DRX is going to have to pull out all stops here if they're going to manage to come out ahead. We start this off at Ascent. DRX here on the attacking side, this time leaning over towards A. And of course, T1 here to defend both sites.
Yeah, so DRX initially just cutting sound, but because of the one way, they will have to throw out their utility, even jumping through the smoke just to make sure. They do decide to just walk on through, but Carpe starts it off with one. Not the entire force is not in just yet from DRX. Buzz finally getting that kill, making sure the site is safe for his teammates.
Yeah, getting that door shut, allowing the rest of the DRX players to spill in. This spike will be planted, and it's going to be up to a retake over here. Saya gets the first, and the spike plant is interrupted.
Yeah, but this allows time to get in. The door was already broken, so DRX can't plant just yet because they don't have full information. Zest needs to come to create a crossfire to check heaven first so they can start to peek back out. Now they have the setups.
Carpe and Munchkin around door, looking to swing out. The smoke obfuscates the position here.
The knife gets destroyed, so they're not sure exactly how many members are in the site yet, but they just swarm in with the double angle.
Two in hell. MaKo gets the drop. Zest gets the kill here. It's going to be Zest right now versus Xeta and Carpe.
Carpe with 4!
Incredible first round here. And a big win for T1. We knew coming into this could look very close, like a real backlant overall.
And they're just going to continue to pressure with that one-way smoke. Now, just this round, we'll see if they continue to do this. Ban's actually holding that backwards position so that they can still anchor the site instead of both of them pushing out initially into A main. Dash drive out as well, but without solid info, he's going to just continue to try to get them to bite onto some sort of bait. T1, though, they fully expect this to be A because look at the position on B side. They're already hanging far back.
Yeah, and immediately here we get a trade out here. Carpe and MaKo bringing this down to a 3 versus 3. The retake is going to have to happen right now. We've got Saya over here by the door. Marshall in hand.
Just going to break that open. Now they're letting the Ares make the sound just to continue to pressure it, but Munchkin's going to have to check every single corner first.
All right, he chips at MaKo there with the arrow.
He's just not going to move. MaKo's going to pretend he's just not there.
Oh man, but a pretty wide swing here from Munchkin, and suddenly it's just Zest left over again. He's going to switch out to the gun and quietly get that kill over onto Munchkin. This is hard, but not impossible.
Yeah, but they're singing the defuse and the Ares spray. Oh, Zest! He weaves right in between. He almost gets the kill, but Saya is good for another.
That was so clutch by Saya with the Marshall. It looked like for just a second here, and this should be very manageable for DRX, who's going to be very gun-rich. And looking to try to create as many opportunities as possible, and simply winning the peak fight. Buzz takes Ban out.
All right, now Ban had the Sheriff, so he was trying to go for the long-range duels. Carpe does have the Frenzy. He's just going to look for 1 or 2 kills here, just trying to stay alive. Look at his position. He just wants to buy more time, but MaKo picks him off right away on the entry.
All right, Buzz trying to cover heaven for the time being. We're going to have a duel out here at A lobby. Saya creeping forward very quietly. Remember, he's got the good weapon.
Zest.
Oh wait, did
you
see him?
No, he hasn't heard or seen him. Oh, but Zest reacts immediately.
Zest with just a huge reaction back there, gets that kill. But brilliant tactic back there from Saya, no doubt.
Munchkin does get a nice little kill with the Sheriff, and DRX, they're the ones in position now to not drop any more weapons, right? They committed into a full buy here. T1 Xeta's just going to look to do whatever damage. He's trying to get an angle for these exit frags. Eventually just dying to the spike.
Yeah, just gonna let himself die out here. We're gonna go into round 4. This is the first win for DRX in a pretty typical ebb and flow of a Valorant match. Again, I expect this to possibly go to 13. We don't have a ton of action over here onto A, at least to start things off. The L drone gonna comb through mid, not find any information.
DRX is playing this very wisely. They understand that now, because of the buys coming in from T1, that this is when they want to start pressuring mid. They may not go to it, but they're trying to break the alarm bots. They already successfully did so. They check that the op isn't there. Now they're going into an angle where the op usually wouldn't be, even if T1 did buy it. The dash in.
Carpe staying quiet back here. Buzz immediately gets that kill onto Saya. That's huge.
Yeah, spots him right through the box, saw the shot. He answers right back, and MaKo with a nice swing alongside his teammate. The res comes back out from RB as well. DRX, 5-man force, still alive here in the site.
Carpe solo on HP. Can't possibly try to advance into that position until there's some other headway made somewhere else. We have a swing out, but it's failed there. Zest gets the kill onto Munchkin.
Well, let me tell you, any concerns for Zest having stayed too long on the bench, that's out the window. This guy, he may be the one who's going to carry DRX today if he continues in this form.
We were worried early on about the fact that XePaa wasn't present here in the lineup. We had more questions than answers, but I think you're right, William. A lot of that's going to be ameliorated as we see just how well Zest is playing so far.
Team 1 just going to have to go for another save, but here's the thing that hurts them most. They could not even recover the operator. Saya took the risk of just hiding on site, trying to get the initial entry and stuff for the fans as well.
Now, we go into round 5 here. And by the way, just equipped with a sheriff for the time being.
Yeah, it's another weak round from T1, and with that, I mean, Munchkin, here's the thing, Munchkin's already cleared. Mid has already been cleared as well. T1 knows for a fact this is A. The 0 points just used to buy time. Saya needs to stay alive. The pressure has already been done.
Well, Saya can wrap around through catwalk up in a tree if need be. It seems like the commitment from DRX is already here. The blind comes in, the jet comes on top of Generator.
Oh, man, tried to go for the shot, but Buzz just swings just a bit wide.
Oh!
And Buzz lands as he gets the shot as well. Carpe's still alive in hell, though.
Unfortunate reload there by Buzz as he landed down into hell, but I think the work's already been done. DRX has been cracking T1 wide open here. Look at the lurk. Munchkin gets Zest.
All right, it's not impossible. I mean, not a lot of time as Munchkin does have to catch up, but if Saya could just get, if he could have gotten 1 extra kill, then maybe they could get the crossfire, but now it looks rather difficult.
Yeah, beautiful spray there from Stax. The 3rd win in the row here from DRX. How many?
I mean, Buzz, yes, there have been concerns about his opping in the past in terms of the consistency of it, especially when he's under pressure. However, just his ability to create space to open up sites has been praised time and time again by fans in Korea and all over the world. And MaKo just good for a kill as always. But yeah, that's the thing. As a rifle entry, Buzz has always been trustworthy on DRX, and now with this original 5 coming back, or not quite the original, but the OG for the past year and a half, they look to be going with that again. Buzz just designated to make space.
Munchkin iced out visually. Can't get a read. He knows they're in there. He doesn't know exactly where. Buzz with some pretty good spams, but is really receiving more damage than actually getting any. This is a tough one here for T1.
Yeah, once again.
They bought heavy, but really DRX has this site very much on lock. No real lurks here per se, but again, it's going to be a tough way to hack and saw your way into this position.
And Carpe's flanking very far and out, but that's going to take a lot more time. They're going to have to just start swinging in and going for trades, because otherwise Carpe cannot support them with the no command just yet. xeta can't reposition right after the drop. Okay, B main is taken.
Okay, they're going to pull back to the next line of defense here. Some nice wall bangs here, but Zest trades it out. Getting the kill on Ben. You're absolutely right, by the way, William. He's just so good at this point in time.
Oh, and Zest, he was just trying to buy just a couple extra seconds. RB going to wait for the peek. He realizes he's not holding it. He just hides, plays for time, even gets the kill.
Yeah, and actually manages to escape there.
They've both been holding on to that and Munchkin's lockdown. I mean, you have your null command ready to go. Maybe you try to just force a trade out of that. See how it comes into play. Of course, Bladestorm was activated by Sayaplayer as well.
We saw in the interview before the match that they're going to try to really keep track of where Saya is on the map. If they can get rid of him, usually it's an easy round, but doubly so here on a budget round with Saya having that ulti procced.
Yeah, and Saya just going to hide away behind that box. I mean, of course, DRX could spam it any time, but DRX, they're slow creeping forward. Saya, he's going to be caught off guard. There's 2 members here, and Saya doesn't know. He has to back out. He's trying to run away, but he's been tagged and slowed.
God.
And he gets taken out.
That is huge. Good job with the Al drone. You could see he was reluctant. He doesn't want to waste a knife on the drone, right? But then he's too wide out in the open. The punish is real, and now DRX continues the advance onto the B site.
Yeah, and DRX are just going to take the site and go. They know they have the numbers advantage. Now Munchkin, he does recover a weapon, but he won't get away with it with his life. Zest answering right back, and the entry will eventually happen for DRX.
I would imagine we're going to see some pretty tight angles held here, as you don't want to get into too wide of a position here versus players with sheriffs really just trying to utilize the fact that you could spray out more bullets in a tight corridor.
Yep, Stax just trying to hide right behind that wall. He'll continue to hold that position and jiggle peek. Of course, the rifle is in hand for DRX, and T1, I mean, yeah, you just got to go in with these trades. Okay, Xeta's good for one. He gets traded back. Now, still no rifles recovered just yet. Okay, now both of them picked it up, but they both get taken out instantly.
Zest is so
when they need it most, in front of a live audience of this scale here in Korea, and he's leading the way as a role model for DRX. DRX continuing, I mean, Zest is continuing to clear that alarm bot every time as well. Munchkin's trying to change its position, you know, in a very micro ways, but it's not working just yet. And even afterwards, DRX, just in case, they're spraying down that floor in mid. They don't want anything to do with that alarm bot.
They're going to keep trying to build pressure up into mid here. Munchkin with a good peek takes Zest out, escapes now back through the spawn side of the map. They smoke it out, and it looks like they're going to actually send Buzz in here for a lurk.
I like this idea from DRX. Because you're a man down, because you've already given away your position of the spike in mid, you have to create a curveball. And Buzz, if he can get this kill, that would be it.
Oh, my God.
I mean...
Unbeknownst to him, he just saved his own ass.
Yes.
But now we're going to have the Jet come through B.
Well, they both get taken out. T1 Xeta had called it over to his teammate. Munchkin was already positioned to pinch them over from Switch. And now the spike stranded in mid. Sure, some heroics could happen on the side of RB, but other than that, now MaKo picks up a rifle as well. See how much they can do.
Yeah, this is a much-needed, likely to be victory here. As, again, we see MaKo go down. It's just RB left over.
Yeah, they know he's here. And, of course, I mean, T1 not in a rush to lose any rifles. They are low on credits, so they want to bank up whatever they can. They will happily allow RB to live. At the same time, RB only 1 point away from his lockdown, so if he gets a free kill, he'd be very... Oh, Munchkin's going to... Oh, he's going to peek out.
And they're going to try to advance on RB. He's not able to take any more out with him. A good round victory there. T1 very much so needed that. I think a lot.
Trying to frame each other right as they go, but DRX, they've been slowed down a bit, but the credits are there. The ultis are there as well. I mean, RB, he finishes his lockdown because he gets taken out at the end of that previous round. Now, again, continuing, the shock dart this time will not clear the alarm bot, but DRX has always continued to spray down that ground as well. And I don't imagine this to be a full entry. You gotta imagine this is just gonna be a little, oh no, they're gonna commit with the paranoia as well.
Yeah, they managed to chase Carpe all the way down. They bait out the Hunter's Fury. Is he gonna connect and get a kill? RB gets the drop onto Saya.
Oh no. Oh no, this has all gone horribly wrong for T1. The Hunter's Fury trying to slow things down, but everyone was already all the way into tree.
Oh man.
And Carpe was just caught, I mean, alone, right? He was left alone. There was no one there to support him because everyone had been taken out. And I mean, hey, DRX fooled me. I thought they would also just try to jiggle peek and get info, and they say, no, we are just going to charge right into tree. And T1, they also get caught unawares.
The implications of this round victory are huge. DRX with 5 pocketed ultis. Remember, the Killjoy ulti oftentimes countered by the Hunter's Fury. Now they're going to be able to create another round where that's going to be very tough, especially on Ascent, to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, clearly, again, the aim itself isn't exactly the big issue here for T1. When it comes down to these 1v1s, they'll pick up kills wherever they can. Xeta just trying to recover his Hunter's Fury as much as possible. And Buzz,
make sure he's dead.
Yeah, having a little fun with his old ex-teammates over from the DRX side and the C9 side, rather.
It's been a wild ride here, this VCT Pacific. Now, with 5 ultis rich here, DRX is going to try to advance into A, not necessarily commit, but at least poke in.
Yeah, well, T1, they've gone for a fast push out of mid again from Sayaplayer.
What?
The members in the site, they just have to be able to hide. Okay, just a 1v1 trade is not so bad. Carpe, he needs to stay alive. He's going to try to go for a cheeky kill. They actually slow them down. Saya's already in position. He gets 1 kill, but he's too low. He has to back out.
Yeah, Saya retreats, and we see DRX in a pretty big pinch here. I think they were a little bit too cavalier about trying to walk onto site.
Well, I mean, I think it came down to the fact that, again, they did have those ults, right? So just trying to really force the site open. Not the worst of ideas, but T1 had a good read on it. They stacked A. They send Saya out far and deep very quickly, you know, before the 1 minute mark passes. And they're able to really pinch them and slow them down. Now, because the Killjoy was revived, or the KO rather, they did even out in numbers, but Saya comes back and takes him right back down.
It's going to be up to Xeta to try to sandbag entry. He's going to lurk down in hell.
Okay, the counter arrow is good, but he gets spotted in hell, and he has to turn around, and MaKo does not miss the timing set up by his teammate Zest.
Shockingly close round so far. Can Carpe come through here?
He's got to wait. He's got to wait for his teammates. All right, they're both here. Lockdown ready to go. They want to just force this site. The Hunter's Fury comes out. They're using this. They're using this against DRX to try to drop down amidst the noise, but MaKo does not get shaken up.
I'm glad you pointed to that, William. It was a really smart move trying to just sink in with the sounds of the Hunter's Fury to land down.
Broken buys once again, just trying to match their economy so they can buy out full buys next round. They will continue to stack A. Now they're pushing out a B quite aggressively. B main's been cleared, B entry's been cleared. Munchkin now just plants himself to watch for the cross in mid. This allows xeta to rotate over. He should be checking mid in the meantime, but Munchkin, he doesn't have a way out. He's gonna start to hear these footsteps, and I mean, he's just gonna go for a single kill or more. He does let his teammates know it looks like they're gonna focus around mid now. Can Munchkin get one kill?
Yep. Munchkin, if he can
oh my
Buzz
God!
already
Spots him, he suspects it, and he checks the corner.
The instinct is so good there. They're gonna try to rush forward. Now the stack over here on to B isn't terrible, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, T1 reacted quickly. 3 people already in the site. DRX, they don't have to commit to this. If they realize there's too many, they could rotate all the way through defender spawn.
Oh, but I think they peeked out a bit too far. Ban does get that shot off over onto Buzz.
Standing ahead.
All right, their arrow's going to continue to buy time. Oh, T1 trying to wait for Sayaplayer, but yeah, Sayaplayer getting taken out of mid means that DRX, they can just say goodbye B site. Move away, MaKo gonna,
oh, this is a weird move. All right, he's gonna hop right into the smoke and actually use that to just get away. He's gonna have to buy them a little bit more time for them to clear up into this area. Now, there is a deep lurk over here for Zest.
Yeah, I love that he just stays there, right? He's like, all right, well, let everyone rotate over. We have better weaponry. We have more members. So I will just make sure that they aren't coming the other way of the map. And he's going to continue to clear out mid. And now they should have an idea that they are both heaven and tree. Ban does get tagged by that.
Stack's going to have to switch over to the other side. MaKo with the peek up top now. Coming towards tree is Zest.
Oh, he's here.
Oh my God. It's just not ready. Zest is so on top of it. It's just xeta left over. There's no way to win this round. At least he gets stacks.
I honestly think this might be the fastest reaction times I've seen from Zest. As I say that, he gets taken out by xeta. All right, MaKo finally able to clean up the mess here. Of course, they were going to get the round win no matter what. Yeah, that's but you know, again, when it comes to aim duels, T1 is not a pushover against DRX, and clearly you can see from DRX's movement, DRX is well aware of that fact. They are not allowing this to devolve into those aim battles. And I got to think back to what the desk was mentioning, you know, talking about how PaperX mentioned, you just got to force DRX out of their comfort zone. T1 is allowing them, you know, to go for these set plays, to set up before they go for the entry, and T1 likes doing that as well.
Right, we've got Buzz coming in now. Hunter's Fury has been activated. Saya getting that shot off onto Buzz.
Well, that all but absolutely blocks off the entry. DRX still just going to try to force the site open. They think they have the man advantage, but there's still members ready to back them up. Munchkin's already on stairs, and Saya's still alive. The Omen ultimate comes in as well.
Saya gets another, just MaKo left over. He's blinded.
Just trying to hide. They hear the gunfire. Saya's ready to go for the flank. MaKo knows he doesn't have much time.
Oh my God! This is insane! He managed to get the spike. He's on A. He's gonna get the plant. We have Saya and Ben scrambling to try to get over here. Can MaKo set something up? Knives drawn here for Saya.
This was literally the only multiverse where DRX could possibly get the round win in a safe way, and MaKo gets the plant, repositions for the 1v2. Is he gonna wrap around tree? Window's already broken, he could creep around.
MaKo oftentimes known to be the strongest player in the Pacific region.
They're not sticking it. They're now going to go for it. MaKo's good for one, and he gets both!
That was insane! MaKo bringing it 9-3. Up against the ropes, needs to have the half of their life here. If they're going to be able to contend with DRX. Otherwise, DRX is going to run away with map 1.
All right, T1, they spot one mid as well, but this does give a bit of an inkling that it's going to be a B hit. Entry itself not going to be stopped just yet. However, the second line of attack isn't quite here yet. If Buzz decides to peek out at the right time, well, he's already missed that timing just a bit. Saya goes in. Buzz, he cannot get the second kill. Zest all alone in the back of sight.
Last player standing.
Just MaKo left over. It's hard to imagine him winning this, but we did just see what he did in that last round, so let's not count him out just yet.
Okay.
All right, no, let's count him out. All right, so T1 Gets this pistol round.
Try to buy up in the bonus round to match the firepower of DRX. We'll see how that comes into play, because otherwise, if they just rely on recycling Spectres, that could be a bit trouble.
All right, DRX very much ready for a fight over onto A, but Saya gets that kill onto MaKo. That allows T1 to advance a little bit further along. Can Saya find another shot? He does. He gets a second kill. Now there's a third around the corner.
Oh, and look at him dash right by just to create space. Carpe will pick up that kill. Now, I gotta imagine T1 in their head, it's like, well, we can lose like 2 or 3 members. We only bought Spectres, 1 Bulldog, and then we can pick up rifles. Okay, Saya almost gets 4. But now, I was about to say, well, if they don't lose any members, you know, do they just recycle the weapons? I guess that's out the window, because Saya is down.
So this is going to be another round win here for T1. I can't imagine a world where RB can clutch this. He's basically just looking for any extra kill, and he's going to abandon this. Maybe getting an exit frag over here by Tree.
Yeah, but the real question, Tasteless, is Munchkin going to get the wraparound to get the knife kill? I don't think so. He's a little far out. They've missed their paths, but Munchkin's like, oh, where'd he go? He was just right here.
He might find him down here.
Yeah, I mean, Munchkin only has a ghost, right? So he can go for this kill, try to get an extra orb. Oh, he spots him, and he's like, well, I won't risk that.
All right, so here's the 5th round win for T1. But again, I can't emphasize it enough. Once it came
here on Ascent.
Got some movement up here into mid. That classic Odin has been purchased here by RB this time to basically try to wallbang entry onto B.
Okay, T1's doing a lot of good pressure, though, because the turret had already spotted Munchkin out in B as well, so they know that he got through the Odin spray. Meanwhile, Saya's already pushed out of Tree, but Buzz not quite sure if Saya's made it in. Saya now knows. He hears the reload. He's going for the kill, and he opens up Heaven.
Yeah, he's able to invade here from the top. He's blinded for a second, hiding in the smoke. Comes back around and gets another kill onto Stax. This is going to be, it looks like another round here for T1. This is incredible.
Yeah, incredible entry from Saya. And you know, I wanted to actually mention this, but obviously it was DRX attacking first in the first half. But T1 has this tendency to say, all right, if we're not quite sure how this round's going to go, we're just going to cut noise. We're just going to go in silent. That has been their go-to way of recovering rounds. And they kind of do it again, right? The jiggle peek initially on Buzz, they push him out with their utility, and then Saya just creeps in. The rest of his team ready to launch an attack from Tree and main. And as soon as he gets that first kill up on Heaven, the rest of them can just start flooding into the site. DRX says, we've got the lead. We have an Odin. Let's not, greed this and maybe lose out on more credits. Ben even putting up a smoke to cover their exit.
If T1's going to tie this up and maybe even advance and win this map, it's going to look like rounds like this. I mean, the fact that Saya was able to thread that needle and navigate through
Masters Tokyo ticket. All right, just a typical flash drive setup here to plant the jet nice and early in mid.
Ooh.
What?
What?
I mean, I guess he was sprayed down a bit as he was entering as well, and then he lands on the nanoswarm and just gets taken out without a moment to escape the swarm. RB just holding strong with the Odin.
Man, not really getting touched just yet here. Carpe taking some damage.
Oh no, no one had cleared the arrow. I mean, Buzz knew all the information that he wanted. He was able to just swivel from one kill to the next.
Just Munchkin left over here. DRX is back online. MaKo gonna hold that defuse here. Munchkin getting a couple here. Is eventually cleaned up here by RB.
DRX pushed out from mid. Seemed reasonable. Now a counter Odin being bought by T1. So they're going to continue to pressure, but they send Ban back A to see if anyone has pushed out. They're looking to continue to set up a pinch here in mid.
Right now. Oh, that's actually huge.
That's
Operator no longer in use.
Yeah, that's a massive catch. Now Munchkin does take some damage, but he's going to continue to stick around just to make sure that that operator can't be recovered too easily. Now, of course, that B main is emptied, but DRX doesn't know that. So if they want to recover it, they're going to have to invest a lot of time. And Munchkin's still waiting by with the alarm bot. DRX has an idea that this is A. Look at the Killjoy setups. RB's not moving an inch.
RB's going to be ready to spray this down if they come in. Now he gets 2.
Oh, and he just holds the spray for another.
Man, is so on point here. This is still doable for either side, though.
Did he hear the drop?
I don't think so.
I don't think he quite knows. Okay, he just catches a glimpse of him. Saya holds down the spray, transfers it right over.
Saya is a beast this game, and the Lurk is going to get the kill. Munchkin gets that 7th win here for T1. A very interesting back and forth in
They
that
just
round.
say, let's just empty A main and focus on mid so we can go for these fast flanks as soon as we have info. DRX, they just read this out right. They're trying to fight them in mid. Buzz gets one, dashes right back out.
Yeah, gets the kill, almost gets a second, and is then traded out.
Spike down.
I mean, this is not the type of trades that T1 wanted. They even invested the lockdown. They thought this was going to be a free round for them.
Yeah, and the spike, by the way, all the way in the south. We've got xeta marooned up here. It's a minute left on the clock. I mean, not impossible, but it's really hard to imagine how the rest of this can go. He's going to advance forward, but this is going to trigger the Killjoy utility.
Yep.
So they know where he is. The alarm bot's been set off. He's going to scramble, and look, they're going to be able to track his progress over here. Oh, hold on a second. He's going to wrap around.
Yeah, so he's just trying to throw them off a bit. Now RB, does he suspect it? A little bit, and he's going to be ready for it. He sets up the turret to cover his back, and RB cleans it up.
Blade Storm is available for Saya. Hunter's Fury as well. We got a lockdown here for RB too.
Yep, has that ready to go. Of course, Hunter's Fury on the other side, so most likely DRX, if they do use it, it will be in a way where they can just draw out that util. Now, it should be noted, DRX also going for these half armors. You know, we've seen the Japanese teams, especially the Zeta Division, really commit to that. T1 will dip into it now and then if they think they can get an extra round off of it, an extra buy round, but DRX continuing to stick with that to build up their economy. Operator in the hands of Buzz, who's watching Tree.
Cover.
They smoke this out for now. Is T1 going to seesaw back out?
Well, they should be waiting until Munchkin is able to clear out this alarm bot, right? That's his mission. Once he clears that, it's up to him to determine, does he find any information of a rotation happening one way or the other? Oh no, they just go right in. Munchkin hasn't even taken out the alarm bot yet. They know that this is the main force, and DRX is ready for it.
DRX with a crossfire, too good. They shut them out of A. Only 30 seconds left. Are they going to go to B, or are they going to try to hyper commit?
And they don't have
30
much time. They
seconds
haven't left yet, so they got to stick to A or save. I mean, I think the idea is if Munchkin can get a kill. Oh, they're going to just go with the Hunter's Fury? Well, Zeta does get one kill. Munchkin's up in heaven.
Oh my god, this is incredible.
A full flash. They now know that Buzz is still here because of the updraft. They're just going to try to push through. Carpe. Oh, cannot get the kill, but Zeta.
It's just RB left. Oh my god, that was an incredible play from T1.
And now they regain another round. Oh, and now just to even out their econ, DRX, they do not have full buys. Of course, those who did buy, they'll continue with the half armor.
This time around, got Zest sending the drone out, trying to see what he can find. Saya's tucked right up over here, just outside a tree. It's going to be a duel between Saya and MaKo if either side advances. Munchkin gets the kill on his Zest.
Paranoia comes out, and Saya takes that timing. He hears it, and he knows that he has that one chance to catch MaKo unawares. Still, got KO hidden on sight.
Just Buzz back here, and RB maybe too little too late.
Spike planted.
I mean, yeah, you just have the Ares anyway. You've already matched your econ. You just got to look to get whatever exit frags. Or, yeah, you could just pick up the Vandal and leave.
This is a totally acceptable way to handle this. If he can just escape somewhere. Maybe try to get a kill if anybody peeks out through mid. This is going to be the 9th win here. DRX going to be sitting not so comfortably at 11 wins as T1 has rapidly began to catch up. They're almost evened out.
Yeah, I mean, quite frankly, if this is 11-9 and then T1 wins the next round, I think because of the half armor, maybe DRX can get rifles 2 rounds in a row, but when it's not looking pretty, it could be very risky, in fact. And I like that RB. He's not greeting for kills. He already has his lockdown. No reason to pad their ultimates or credits. I mean, when it gets this close, you know, that one extra kill drive initially. So that doesn't happen. Now with the smoke, T1 has an idea that DRX is watching mid, right? I mean, the Arch is on B, closed off with the one-way.
Okay, so Buzz is going to wrap out into middle.
They're still waiting for this, though. T1, because it's a one-way, they expect it. Oh, Munchkin, completely caught unawares.
Oh, but Saya gets him. He returns the favor. The operator's dropped up in mid. We see T1 collapsing their position right now. over onto A. The spike being rushed out by Carpe. Lots of Killjoy util over here. Stax just behind Generator.
Yeah, but the T1 knows that they should have the numbers advantage here because there's no reason for DRX to try to over-rotate, and the operator was dropped in mid. So they are just going to try to flood this site. Now the smoke will slow them down. Pop Flash comes out. Ban not good for the first one, but an immediate trade.
MaKo hanging back. He gets one.
Spike
Right
down A.
Okay, this is doable. Positionally, this is pretty good for T1. Are they, hold on, they have 30 seconds. Are they gonna plant?
30
Well,
seconds
they
left.
want to wait. They want to wait to find information because if they get caught while planting, it's a 1v2. They want to try to make this a bit more advantageous, but the fragment comes down and Saya gets both kills. No, he gets the last one. As a squad here in Valorant, in VCT, this might be their first big finals, right? Their first best of 5. But as individuals, they have had to play under pressure across all different platforms and all different stages. These guys will not bend under that pressure.
Beautiful victory again there for T1. Down to the wire, DRX in a very tough spot. They don't have great guns. They do have ultis at their fingertips. They could try to trigger here. They could figure out some way to turn the tides in their favor. For now, T1's being pretty conservative. They farmed out the orb over here at A. They're going to quietly switch over into B, or at least try to peek into mid.
Yeah, but here's the thing is that because of that smoke, the way it was placed from MaKo, it's placed to shut off A main. The only way they could have done that is if they had sound of A main and they had members to use that on A main. This is an eco round for DRX, so T1 takes that information and says, chances are there is a bigger stack over on A. They even use a null command to make sure they don't take any risks. They are just looking to charge right into B.
Now there's a Hunter's Fury available here during plant that could be used. B is a pretty kind of tight area to try to set anything up in. So we'll see if that's triggered up here.
Yeah, I mean, if DRX can get a kill, maybe, right? If they get the numbers advantage. Not going to use it on the plant just yet. Of course, an eco for DRX, so they want to try to stack those up. But the position from T1's very good. They have B main control. Ban hiding right under the door as well. Okay, the Hunter's Fury actually coming out from xeta to just shut down the advances from DRX.
Whoa!
T1 just says, we just want to guarantee this round. We just want to get closer and closer. Now Saya has an attacker's operator to try to pick off Buzz. And I mean, listen, Buzz is a great player, but Saya is known for his operator.
Yeah, at times he looks like the best operator player out there. Creeping up into A right now is T1. A site, by the way, positionally looking a little bit squishy. It is a double stack on B as well here for T1.
Okay, T1 surely not going to peek out mid. They've ditched mid. If DRX pushes out, they're just going to let the turret handle that. They're waiting to see if DRX pushes out because they know that that is the best way.
But
oh no!
But Buzz can intercept this as the spike is inbound here.
Oh no, the timing! Oh my goodness, he turns away. He was hiding for so long, and now the entry begins with the Blade Storm. 5v2, Saya already good for one. He spots Zest in the back. They heard the Omen ultimate as well. They can rotate out.
Oh my God, they're just going to abandon it. No, they're going to come back into B.
I mean, either way, they have the numbers advantage. Can they get the correct pinch, though? MaKo already down. Zest dodges the flash, but there's too many targets on the screen.
It's just stacks left over. And that means we're going to get the 12th round win here for T1. There's no reason for Stax to try to contest this. What an incredible comeback.
Tasteless. DRX has been sitting on round 11 for the past 5 rounds, and now T1 is going to be the one who reaches match point first.
I mean, we finished the first half with a score 3-9. T1 with the 3 wins. It looked impossible.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they got that one extra round win after winning the pistol in round 2 at the anti-eco. You know, they had to use a timeout. They barely got themselves back in the game in the first half, and now they're warmed up, ready to go, in sync. And we kept emphasizing throughout this first map of Ascent that the aim duels weren't the problem, right? The individual mechanics, the reactions weren't the problem. It was the setups. And T1 catches up. Oh no. Oh no, they even take out Stax. No, right. Yeah, Stax went away from no command as well. Now look at the positioning from DRX. They just empty mid, right? Buzz is just watching. He's jump peeking all the way in the back to see if anyone tries to cross into mid, but they do not want to deal with this operator. They're holding all these angles where they can try to get the jump on him.
Now MaKo is back in wine right now.
No way. No way, Sayaplayer!
Oh my God.
Absolutely insane. The angle purposely curated by stax to try to get the advantage if someone tries to peek.
And now they're going to slowly move up into B. MaKo's position, basically meaningless right now. It's going to be just RB over here. Some Killjoy utility on hand. Zest in the back.
DRX senses it. They're pulling their weight over to B. Zest already in the site as well. DRX has a strong inkling. Buzz, he's trying to decide if he has to wait to watch mid or not, but they don't have the numbers advantage. He's going to have to leave it for now.
T1 may have to try to force their way in.
The alarm bot was just recovered. Munchkin should have heard that in mid. Now the entry's going to happen on site in B.
All right, lockdowns are set up. Saya, oh, Buzz takes out Saya out.
Buzz, there's too many targets. He cannot make his mind, and T1 has broken open the site. MaKo against the world. We call him the Clutch King, but this seems nigh impossible.
This is going to be so difficult. MaKo going to have to try to figure out how to advance through 4 players here for T1. The first is going to be Munchkin on his side.
And look at the way they're set up. They're not looking to give easy 1v1s. Munchkin, there's so... Oh, he sees the barrel of the gun, and T1 will take the first on fracture. And a lot of that was behind RB's Neon, and his movement seems to still be in tip-top condition.
DRX spills onto A, and it'll be up to T1 right now to figure out if and how they can retake this.
Yeah, now it doesn't look like DRX wants to go for post-plant positions. They just want to push through, but RB not going to survive. Now Buzz was tasked with keeping that part of the map alive. MaKo going to have to use his molly just to buy time, but it might already be too late.
We've got stax pulled back over here. Munchkin continuing to advance. Carpe gets Zest.
Yeah, Zest was a little bit shaky. Carpe continued to buy time, but he cannot find the target through the box. The defuse is still sticking, and MaKo just wants to stop, but he cannot.
T1 continuing.
The scenario they wanted, right? They made their decision of let's push through the defender spawn, and T1 was actually just ready for it to receive them in open arms. RB not able to survive that trade. And now DRX going to be reserved with pistols here, while we do see 2 Bulldogs and 3 Spectres. So T1 absolutely looking to just carry these guns over into the rifle rounds in round 3.
They're going to creep up through the back of B. They're going to hear that sound of the orb getting hit. Shot fired, but RB can't really be picked off in that moment.
Yeah, now Ban, though, immediately repositions, and he sees that there's just one jiggle peek. He's not going to get too crazy. Saya just barely hiding from the turret as well. T1 is playing as safe as possible. They're not taking risks. Now that they've shifted weight a bit, Ban will continue to hold tower. He's banking on not being isolated because Munchkin is trying to watch the entry coming in from Arcade.
All right, Ban getting that first pick on RB. And you can see kind of a funny interaction over here. T1 does thin those numbers out, just stax left over. And eventually he's cleaned up as well. There was a moment we saw this
Killjoy utility.
DRX hungry for that win. They're going to be proceeding with caution, looking for peeks and pokes.
All right, because this was the bonus round for T1, DRX, they send the relay bolt in the flashes early to prevent any sort of hard aggression coming out of B. Now, with this, DRX has successfully kind of contained T1, right? T1 doesn't have much information. Meanwhile, DRX has already taken A main control. Sure, Killjoy utility is still alive on A, but I think, you know, DRX isn't going to mind that too much. They will be able to brute force through it. The big question becomes, do you push through spawn again, or do you just all hang back in main? You got to pick and choose your post-plant positioning right now.
All right, they're going to be coming into A right now. They're going to cut it off. There's a little bit of Killjoy utility, but certainly not enough to scare away DRX. The spike is going to be planted just over onto the edge of the A site, and T1's going to be ready to try to come in with that retake. Can we get those sheriff shots, those moments where you can just, oh hold on.
Oh, Munchkin reads this, and he picks up a weapon as well. Now that gets rid of the crossfire. DRX, RB has to buy so much time alongside stax just so they can rely on that molly post-plant angle coming in from MaKo.
All right, Zest takes out 2.
But the molly already sent out. Zest just trying to survive, just making sure he can try to peek out.
They haven't started that defuse just yet. Saya gets 2. Oh my God.
Yeah, and still just enough time. They started about a second early enough. And T1, I mean, again, T1 understands the homework. They know that in this composition, DRX takes so much time for that to land. Now DRX on their back foot once again, just trying to brute force their way through.
And brute force they do. MaKo gets a double kill. And we're seeing, a well-equipped T1 sort of get vastly out-positioned. They're going to have a pretty careful attempt to navigate their way through here if they're going to come out on top. You can see most of the DRX players are basically looming in Hall to kind of interrupt the diffuse.
Yeah, I mean, the post-plant setup is still the same. Oftentimes, they'll try to have someone on dish, but other than that, it's always going to be RB on site. And Zest or Stax holding that crossfire with him. Meanwhile, one of them protects MaKo for the post-plant lineup. Ooh,
that's
RB.
going to be it. All right, much needed there for DRX.
This map is in particular. Okay, so just a save from T1.
Yeah. Saya just with a Marshall. Perhaps a pick or two can be had here. And it's going to be DRX basically waiting. Occasionally in these budget rounds, you'll see somebody just try to, all the agents rush out on one side and try to surprise him. Ban getting that first kill, that's big. If he could start to stack these up.
Yeah, I mean, he's also just keeping RB busy enough for a long enough time.
Saya gets one.
Yeah, and here's the thing, A-site is already stacked from T1. 3 members here. I don't know if DRX quite realizes that. I think DRX thinking maybe because this was a save round from T1, that the stack would be wherever they get first contact, but that's just not the case. Ban buys enough time. Now, unfortunately for Ban, he could not recover the weapon because he got the kill at long range, but they buy enough time now because of the further contact. The shift will happen from T1 over to the other side. Curious to see, Munchkin has his lockdown. MaKo does have orbital strike, but I wonder if they commit that for the retake this round.
That is the big question. With Ban leaving this, they can't quite get that easy pick like they would like. They use Neom to basically isolate visually the B site so they could set it up for themselves, but this also allows T1 to start to tiptoe in.
Oh, and Ban, so good. They know that if he sticks the plan, he's going to get tagged at least once by the Aftershock. Ban still gets the headshot no matter what. Just looking for the right click. He wants to find his target, going in and out, and Ban gets another onto Buzz.
It's just going to be RB up in tower. And that's going to be it. This spike's getting defused, and T1 continuing to maintain their lead.
But you know what? Ban's comfort level on a stage at this scale was the last remaining question for T1, and I think those were also greatly exaggerated as he gets a triple kill with the Blade Storm, really opening the wave one where I said, I'll admit it, I thought T1's experience in other games, I mean, how much can that really carry over in a best of 5 like this? And they are as calm as ever. Munchkin now on site, and he's good for one. Saya gets another trade, and another with the showstopper.
This round is over almost before it even started. Zest and MaKo remain, and before I can finish that sentence, they disappear. A lot of Killjoy util stacked up over at B. A very cautious approaching DRX here. They're trying to look for a pick.
They gotta expect that something is a little off here, though.
Man with the whiff, not quite fast enough.
Yeah,
now they know where the operator is. They can move right out of this position.
Exactly. Huge info gain from DRX. However, curious to see T1. Okay, they're not going to rotate. They say no need to over-rotate. We do not have information on whether DRX has left A or not, so they keep as safe a default position as possible, only except for Ban continuing to peek out, and this allows, look at the map, Xeta starting to rotate as well.
All right, Saya immediately shut down by Zest. Stax continues it on with Munchkin being picked off here. Not an easy position now for T1. It almost seems like they're better when they're packed up against the wall.
Ban, there's got to be a consideration to save this op here from T1. Yeah, at least for Ban. I mean, yeah, the others can go for a try, but especially now that there's only 2 members, you see Ban already leaving. I mean, that's a big investment. Yes, you could still buy it next round, but no reason to let that go to waste. You already have a hefty lead. Lockdown and orbital strike was traded in this round. You just let DRX have this one. It does hurt because it's not a full buy round from DRX, but you got to take your losses somewhere.
Yeah, a great entry over here for DRX. I think a lot of that did come down to Ban not getting that first pick and them realizing how squishy and tempting, frankly, the B site could be. And so this is going to be the second round win. Much needed one here for DRX as we will now move on into round 8. T1 still substantially in the lead and keeping that operator for the future round.
Now we've seen that. Curious to see what the decision continues to be from DRX. They are going to spot.
Ban makes up for the mistakes in the last round, getting that first kill. RB is gone now. that changes a lot of the ways that the attacking team can really enter onto any of these sites.
Well, if Buzz can find Munchkin. But if he does not check this corner, oh no. He's been spotted and he's not sure where to look. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, Saya cleans up the main force of DRX. And now it's all down to Zest.
Flawless.
Oh my God. The observer here, we can't even keep up with the kills.
DRX, I mean, what a way to make a statement. We'll see if it continues. Now Fastlane used to just take control of door here. RB's gonna sneak in, he opens up the site, good for 2 kills.
Well, a valuable pause there as they've at least started what they needed. Saya, though, takes RB out, a 2 versus 4, T1 in dire straits. Does Ban actually commit operator in hand?
Planted.
Surely not. I mean, maybe if you can pick up a different gun, you know that a couple people dropped theirs here over by Sands. The thing is with the round advantage, with the creds they have, and with Ban wanting to get, you know, he wouldn't mind getting a couple extra ult points. Yeah, I think you absolutely pick up a rifle and try it. No reason to risk it with the operator. Just let that drop. DRX probably not going to pick it up anyway.
Now they have to suspect that Zest is back here. Buzz going to be able to flank.
I mean, T1, it looks like maybe they're just going to look to cover their backs and try to pinch them in for these exit frags. Ban's looking for one. He gets one. He hears another coming through.
Yep, gets
He
two.
gets 2. He's on the hunt for another. MaKo will shut him down.
Impressive. Munchkin dies out there to the spike. The 3rd win here for DRX, but T1.
Their own fans, but now they're in a Korean fight against T1, and the pressure's starting to build up. More so than the support. Now, Rolling Thunder being used. RB just slides right through and is met with a shorty.
Into the hands of Ban he goes, but A site's where they want to be. A site completely naked. DRX should be able to set up over here. Saya ready, but smoked out. Paint shells tossed in. Oh, and they actually don't plant. And wait, whoa.
Well, yeah,
Gets the kill on the Buzz.
Yeah, the paint shell was right on the typical plant location that DRX has been favoring because of the post plant. And then the orbital strike as well. I mean, T1 has bought all the time to flood onto the site. It's an outright duel. Now 1v2 stacks so low.
21 HP, and he's gone. Carpe getting the kill. It's 7-3.
I don't know if anyone stopped them right in their tracks. Going back to tried and true. Quick entry into Sands. DRX, they just want to get, you know, 1-2 more rounds. They want to make it a 5-7 half. At that point, it's anybody's game.
All right. Well, A is going to be theirs for the taking. We've got a big push coming in here from the bottom.
Spike
Yeah,
planted.
DRX has to win this. They have to push out. They cannot sit here and get trapped in Hall. Oh, but the Rolling Thunder is going to grant them
Oh
no
my
mercy.
God. The executes are too good here for T1. They're racing in, and now, with the showstopper in hand and a congested back, he's gonna fire in, does not get the kill. Well, doesn't get the kill with that ulti, but it doesn't matter. That's gonna be an 8th round win. Kind of remarkable that the showstopper didn't get him when they were stuck that far back.
Yeah, yeah,
they're on
RB
the
just
A.
slides right under it, it looked like. Right on.
Operator, Blade Storm out. DRX trying to inch in towards B.
Now, they're going to try to push out off of this lockdown. They know this lockdown is coming. Does DRX expect this push out, though? The stun's coming in. Relay bolt just to buy time. And RB, he actually gets taken out by Carpe.
Munchkin gets a drop on the Buzz.
They've already pushed out from behind as well.
Spike down B.
The spike's down. The lockdown has done no good.
They got to come pick it up. Can they get it? Whiffs it.
All right, Bant, but he's bought time, right? The rest of his team now ready to pinch from Canteen. Oh, Sayaplayer grieves a little bit after losing audio.
There.
All right, now Ban has gone all the way underneath. It's coming around from the opposite side of Fracture. Zeta full HP.
And Ban has that operator, though, so this is going to be tough. Ban's just got to hold stacks. He cannot get too curious about this one. Oh, okay. Well, Zest actually cleans that up for them. So they don't know where Stax was. They're not quite sure if they're both tower. Now, Zeta could have a bit of an idea.
He's going to get it to half.
Oh, is he got no? Oh, he does get hit by it. He thought he could just sneak right in the corner, but it will even out to a 4-8 half. Yeah, I mean, DRX definitely needs this one for the start. They're going to go with a fast push out of B main, and as soon as they hear all the noise coming in from Arcade, DRX chooses to flood the site.
Yeah, DRX going to come in here and try to hold their ground. No retakes in their future here. Stax gets one.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, Buzz was hiding for just long enough to draw out fire. for his teammates. Munchkin is solo, and DRX will close it out. Finally getting a pistol win. Just 2 ghosts for Zest and Stax. Curious to see if there's some potential early operator play in mind here from DRX.
We got to see if these sheriff shots can connect. Zest going to back up behind the wall here, but Munchkin's still eager.
Ooh.
Zest does win that very important duel.
Yeah, the crazy thing is Zest kind of assumed that the fault line would have hit. Munchkin was not stunned, but Zest still able to calmly get that headshot. And now T1, I mean, they're on the eco. They were just kind of fishing for an early kill. Not going to happen, so finally the spike gets picked up, and most likely they'll run into RB, but Saya, he's got that Marshall.
Yeah. Shot whiffed over there. These peaks right now for T1, not looking great so far. They do have Ban moving up just past Dish.
Yeah, but DRX kind of reads this, right? I mean, this is what T1 does every time. With the double duelist, I mean, this is your go-to, is pinch A from both sides. Get the entry in from Dish. And Ban's just buying time.
All right, Ban's gonna come down now. Saya getting MaKo immediately. Gun was not in hand.
Oh no,
30 seconds
and
left.
just the ghost for Zest. He was not able to continue to pick up a weapon from his teammates.
This may come down to Buzz here.
Saya trying to just be a nuisance as much as possible. Now Buzz has shut down one member so far, but he's gonna play it safe. Because weapon picked up for Carpe, he's got that bulldog in hand. Buzz is gonna wait for his teammates.
All right, Stax is coming now. Ghost in hand.
I mean, Stax just
One
has to act as
enemy
bait.
remaining.
Okay, he's gonna get the first pick from behind.
This is really hard here for Saya, and it's not going to be possible. That spike's getting diffused. This is going to be the 6th round win here. DRX steadily beginning to catch up. But I'll tell you what, that was a very... All right, quad stack down here in the south. We've got DRX trying to do a small push in here. Saya gets one.
Oh, and he finds that one opening in between all the stuns. It's good for one, but T1 is very stuck. They cannot take the ropes to get out either. DRX just backing up. Now here's the big thing. Munchkin already in through arcade. Buzz suspects it, so he's gonna launch the nanoswarm so he can regain control of tower. That was such good timing from Buzz.
Yeah, very good instinct over there. But A is pretty vulnerable right now. We've got MaKo, who could peer into it, but you gotta imagine in a double duel, certainly T1 should be able to come out on top.
Oh my gosh, MaKo's just gonna try to flood the site. He's trying to get the first pick, but he cannot get it. Saya just flies right by, and Xeta will clean that up.
Oof.
They still have a lot of time. T1 has a lot of time, so Munchkins continue to play on B side. He's gonna actually try to get the pinch from defender spawn. The alarm bot does spot Munchkin on the other side on the minimap.
All right, Zest is ducked down just around this corner. 35 seconds left. And they're not clear on where the spike is, so they're going to rush in and just go ahead and set this up now. Zest sees the boom bot.
Zest is trying to hide under it, but Saya gets the first peek.
Don't know if it was heaven or hell where that boom bot came from. And now it's just Buzz left over.
Oh, and even with the information that Munchkin was here, I mean, he could be anywhere. He could be Sands. He could be up on ropes, below on Sands. Could be around the corner. Buzz has so much to check for. And while with the half armors, they could buy again.
Wow.
This is rough.
Wow. And you can
They
see
just
with
could
T1.
not kind of make up their mind on how they wanted to continue to set up with 3 members remaining. Now a quick push from T1. The tempo change is good.
All right, a very flashed Buzz over here. Still camping it out at B. Gets the first jump on to Ban. They were not able to figure out where he was. Buzz continuing to rotate around.
Bot coming. Recalling my
Now
bot.
Munchkin, here and back, is going to peer up into tower.
Yeah, but see what T1's continue to do is that they'll go for the initial hit. They have double duelists.
Right
If one of them gets caught out, if they cannot commit to the execute, they don't send in the second line of attack. They leave Munchkin for the lurk, and then they start to rotate. Now DRX, they have the correct read. They have all 5 remaining members, so they're able to still go for this 3-2 split. But it all comes down to the timing from Munchkin, quite frankly.
All right, Munchkin very intentionally and deliberately causes that sound. He gets MaKo.
And this is going to allow T1's main force to try to go into A. However, unbeknownst to them, DRX is not shaken up. They are keeping their positions over on A. RB, he's just trying to buy time away from the
30 seconds
showstopper.
left.
Stax is so low on HP.
But RB's cover is good from heaven.
Spike down A.
They're both solo, and yet they're surviving. Zest
Last
continues to
player
confirm the
standing.
location here of Carpe. Carpe gets the spike, but where can he go? Only 15 seconds left.
Yeah, there's not much he can really do right now.
10 seconds
Two
left.
very low HP players on that side. Yeah, not enough. Not enough. And here in DRX fighting as best they can to try to recover. This time it's going to be a triple push from Dish.
Oh, and look at DRX. They've studied the tape from T1.
Yeah.
They know that they like to go for these splits. Bans sometimes just kind of let off the leash. Go cause chaos. We'll work off of the information you get. Now, because he wasn't spotted yet, T1 is already starting to rotate over to B,
No
but
charges left.
I think they're trying to make the read that, okay, well, if there's one person close and I haven't gotten spotted by the Killjoy utility yet, do we think it's just focused on tower? T1 trying to make these assumptions here.
Saya's creeping up. MaKo, oh, got great peek. Molly comes out.
Saya tries to go for the peak, but he's way too weak already.
Last player
And
standing.
that's going to be it. Yeah, that's the 8th win here for DRX. It's neck and neck. Ban coming up now. Let's not forget MaKo's been very on point up here.
Yeah.
In a lot of moments, it looks like T1 could probably crack this open, but it doesn't quite happen.
Oh, but look at this. DRX has already emptied the site, right? They're all just waiting in defender spawn. Yeah, MaKo says, as long as I don't give up this position, because guess what? They had already cleared A hall, and now the lockdown coming in, and DRX's forces are here to pinch them, make sure that Spike does not get Oh, Xeta! Good for 2 kills,
Spike
though.
down B.
MaKo's been so on point back here.
You should run.
Counter Killjoy ulti here set up. Buzz with a good lurk gets that second kill. It's 9-9. Decent opportunities on both sides can be created. Looks like B is going to be where they're going to at least try to inch up here with the spike, but frankly, it's a very even split all around. There's a push coming here. Munchkin has done a decent job with engaging with this, but ultimately nobody's killed off on either side.
Just trying to hold that space. But DRX, they push them out, and they're focused on the other side. They know that T1 likes to push and pull from both sides, especially utilizing that double duelist. Now, Stax and RB, they are kind of caught inside the site. Paint shells and nanoswarm, everything being thrown to just push Stax out of there.
Yeah, Stax still sitting pretty comfortably over here. This is going to be a very tough infiltration here for T1.
Whoa, what? Carpe?
Oh,
Munchkin
what?
dies to Carpe's own Molly. Something happens there. And RB just trying to create chaos, but he's good for 2 kills. Tries to get a third, eventually gets shut down.
I can't believe that Molly. I almost missed it because we didn't hear any gunshots for a
30
second.
seconds left.
And
Well, it's also just not something you'd expect.
yeah, I'm not looking for it, you know? Carpe, the only one left over here. I would not be surprised if we see a timeout after that. That is wild.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to figure out, I mean, the Nightfall was used, so you didn't have audio. You were also very weak as well, right, because of that
10
decay.
seconds left.
So curious to see if maybe there was just some mishap amidst that chaos. But either way, it's going to be another round for DRX.
Well, you know, I'll be frank, it's a bit of a humiliating loss here. You know,
Have that breach, right? And just a couple smokes from Brimstone. Oh, and now look at the adjustment from DRX. Now they know that it's potentially a one-sided attack, especially on this eco. And look at all this utility just to buy time. Buzz says, all right, I'll let the jet pass, see if anyone else walks into my trap, and he's good for 2
Spike
kills.
down B.
and I just don't know if T1's going to get any headway over here. The spike is now stuck over here on site. T1 outgunned,
Recalling my bot.
unable to get much done for now. They're going to wrap all the way around and under.
Well, just, I mean, T1, you could try to go for these ult orbs for Xeta. That looks to be the plan here.
Yeah, I mean, this is probably the best you can ask for, right?
Yeah, I would go all the way to Dish as well. I just get 1 point close, or maybe even go all the way to Hall, complete that Rolling Thunder. I mean, I assume at the end of the day, you do want to die at the end of this round since you have not planted the spike, so maybe after just picking up this one, they'll try to go for these duels. But either way, hey, I mean, take what you can get, right? Rolling Thunder coming online is huge here for T1. Gives them one extra opportunity, especially when no
30 seconds
ults
left.
online on the side of DRX.
Munchkin looking for any kind of kill he can find.
Yeah, he's just been, but DRX, they're just not peeking out at all. Just no vision. I mean, at this point, I almost think DRX, you can just kind of...
Oh, and that's a win with
Okay.
style. 9-11 now. T1.
I mean, I do think there's value in trying to rush this forward, but let's hold that thought. Talk about that during the downtime in between the rounds. Yeah, Rolling Thunder comes out just to clear tower. Oh, Munchkin was hiding for so long. Now he might be able to find a timing on the pinch over on B main.
RB finds Carpe.
How is RB still alive? He's just weaving in and out.
Oh, it's starting to become a bit of a trade-off here. This spike's not planted just yet. Everything's smoked out.
Yeah, now T1 xeta does get into safety on default plant. And meanwhile, oh, he's actually still just entering the duels. Munchkin gets picked off.
It's MaKo versus Zeta. MaKo at 32 HP. He has a minute left to plant.
Yeah, I mean, xeta, he just doesn't want to get caught
Oh,
unaware.
oh! He saw his pants. He saw his legs. He moved by. That's one way to describe it. That's my play-by-play for this. He gets the plant.
Okay, and MaKo just tries to bet on the 50-50 that maybe xeta will also rotate. It's not going to happen. Xeta, now he's the one who has to pick and choose. He's going to get into tower where he can have a better angle to hold. There is a chance that xeta even comes down the rope. Now MaKo, now the onus is on him. He has to pick the 50-50s. Not quite sure. He does have the molly. Sound heard. Oh, MaKo, he does have no idea, but he's left.
He's
Xeta,
left.
yeah, xeta says, where have you gone?
Oh!
The
Molly comes around. He gets him. It's 10-11. That was an
is
insane.
if T1 just powers through this Killjoy utility. Buzz is stuck. There is no exit for him, but he does get one kill. Okay, now he has an exit out into main if he needs.
All right, he's over here with the shorty. Oh, and he
Oh,
whips
no.
the first shot.
Oh no, he needs to hide. Is there backup? He's trying to get whatever kills he can.
Oh my God, he's
Oh,
still,
he gets
gets
another. He's gonna reload the shorty.
he's somehow alive, still in here. He's just in the middle of all this. That's gonna be the 12th win for DRX. I don't know.
to see him improve on the international stage, and he says, I am here to try to get to the grand finals.
Carpe kills RB off.
Well, that was a twist of exchanges there. RB going a bit too far.
This round is ending so quickly. MaKo able to find Ban, but he's at 2 HP. This spike is going to be planted, and Buzz is so far away. Okay.
Well, all that hype about Buzz's super play has now ended.
Yeah. We could barely summarize the previous round before this one's almost over.
Yeah, what happened there initially on Dish, right? RB just kind of gets a little too far forward, doesn't realize that he's passed someone. And we can take this downtime, because I was wondering, because we constantly saw one of the members over by the DRX VIP section, looks like somebody's mother. Hopefully we'll catch her on camera again, but that appears to be MaKo's mother, so
Yes.
here to cheer on her son. I mean, you know, I would be curious to know if she really knows just how much praise he's getting across the world, right? I mean, surely you know how much praise he's getting on the Korean side, but I mean, this guy is hailed as, you know, one of, if not the best. All rifles locked down on Orville strike ready, and they empty the site again. Rolling Thunder is available for T1 now. Okay, T1 says, I don't care if you've emptied the site or not, we're just gonna play it safe.
All right, they do zone out Buzz over here. And this is going to be up to the retake here for DRX. DRX is going to be wrapping around. All right, Munchkin sees there's going to be a push here from the south.
Yeah, so T1, now they got to push into defender spawn if they want. Ban just trying to draw out attention from Sewers, but he gets taken out a little too early. The plant still hasn't happened yet, by the way, because of all these ultimates.
stax finds another. It's just Zeta left over. And that's going to be it. We're tied up 1-1. DRX defeats T1. 13.
Heavy focus on that C side, and they will be correct.
Yep, they've got our B to lurk over here by garage and maybe even peer into B. They farm out the orbit C, and Omen smoke comes down. And we'll see, does that force them to turn around, or are they going to actually try to push their luck?
Nope, here comes the lineups from Zest. He's just looking at the wall to line himself up. The flash as well to plant Buzz in. He's just trying to check behind, but the paranoia is good, and Ban's able to answer right back. Back sight still held, spike dropped.
Yeah, with no spike plant, it's really putting a timer over here onto DRX. We do have Saya coming all the way around from the back. DRX needs to act extremely quickly.
Here's the thing is that if they can't get back sight, I mean, they're not really quite sure what to do. They're trying to get everyone into the site so they have abilities to trade, but no one's watching the back, and Saya gets the spike down once again. RB tries to answer back.
You know, RB may be clutch enough. It doesn't matter where the spike is. But Saya here with this Sheriff at the long range, really able to take some picks. Munchkin, as long as he can control up top, he should be okay.
Smoke comes
One
out, the
enemy
ping's
remaining.
onto the spike. But Munchkin's actually going to be
30
the one who
seconds
gets the
left.
first kill against MaKo, and now it's a 2v1. RB just looking to get the plant down.
And he does manage to get that. Some shots fired in. Saya not going to be able to find that target. He's got to be careful. RB with a ghost can sometimes win these duels, even with very little HP.
Yeah, but now they know that he's backside, and Munchkin knows exactly where to peek. And that's going to be Munchkin getting the defuse. T1 winning yet another pistol round. I mean, that's 4 on the board now.
Yeah, T1 with a very
Now on
technical
this eco,
victory.
DRX looks like they just want to try to rush this in. They're going to wait until the arrow goes through. Oh, RB gets 1 kill, but it wasn't the one with the Bulldog on top. Buzz answers right back, though.
Yeah, DRX now able to get pretty easily onto the site. It's going to have to be coverage from 3 different points here. Garage, back, and top from T1. Saya with that Marshall.
Yeah, I mean, DRX, I'm curious, do they push out? Otherwise, they didn't have too much space. Now Zest is going to watch behind him. Nice paranoia, though, and just a follow through. Oh,
Hold on.
Remaining.
Carpe's still in this, but Zest gets the last word on that duel, and DRX is now even this out.
well, the Thrift seemed that the site should be safe. And now they lead with the weapon advantage. Saya continuing with another Marshall, just seeing whatever damage he can do. Now all this noise lets T1 know that this is going to be an A site hit for the time being.
They did have a quad stack over at C, but they're going to go ahead and send 2 to wrap around over towards A, but we don't know if DRX is going to commit just yet.
Yeah, DRX holding, however, their position mostly holding against any advances. Considering, I mean, if Buzz, or rather RB, had pushed out into Garage right around the 1 minute mark, maybe they would have left some leeway, but it does look like it's going to be an A-site hit. Now, look at T1's positioning. They are ready to flood right back into the site. They're trying to avoid the initial utility coming out from DRX. And then they're going to flood right back in, and Saya gets the opening kill against Buzz as well.
A couple more shots fired in there. They haven't really been able to quite take A just yet. Carpe here with a pretty decent lurk. Saya with a no-scope.
Standing.
Wow, the drop and no-scope for 1. I mean, a decent amount of damage. Look at 2 members already scratched up. Now, Stax,
Planted.
he already had Rolling Thunder, but he's still just going to go for the plan as no one else was right next to him to trade that off. They don't want to make any mistakes trying to toss over the old point, it looks like. And everyone just covering their angles.
You're tiptoeing.
Yep,
They're all dead.
pretty standard victory there for DRX. But I got to say, Saya's pushed pretty far out here. This is quite risky.
Yeah, because of the gunshots, he expected someone to be on that left side. He's just waiting until the very last second for his tailwind. Oh, but he gets picked off before he can dash
A
out.
grave mistake there by Saya. The overextension is punished.
Well, now backup has to arrive a bit quicker for T1. Carpe is here, but only 2 people. I don't know if flooding the site is the right answer. You already have Munchkin, who's pushed out into mid. Of course, there is an alarm bot, but either way, yeah, T1's just going to back up. They're waiting for the flank to happen. They're waiting for the Rolling Thunder to come out as well. No one disrupted. Oh, it does look like Xeta actually gets knocked up in the air just a tad bit.
Oh, yeah, just seeing the shoulder there. Carpe is enough for Buzz to get that kill. Shorty in hand.
And Munchkin, he tried to go for the flank, but of course the alarm bot was there, so he just backs right out. And T1 is going to have to save. They do not want to take any more economic damage as they're already down, 1 round.
So this is going to be a 3rd win here for DRX. Nice amount of momentum here on their side. Again, I would not be shocked if this is another 11-13 or even an overtime here with how back and forth these 2 teams have been.
Yeah, and I think the biggest part about that, as we always say, is the fact that both teams just have really good mental fortitude. I mean, that's what creates these games where you have this back and forth. You're able to kind of calm down.
I mean, a best of 5 is really exhausting. 5 intense games of Valorant back-to-back is a lot, especially when everything is on the line.
Oh, and Saya, he overextends just a bit again, and this time Xeta also caught amidst the chaos. And DRX, they are just always gunning for a main control. Munchkin this time quick on the flank.
He's going to keep pushing forward here. The Aldrone's going to spot him.
Yeah, he's going to have to back off for now. Now, Ban is already on site, but this is Everyone's up to their own devices for the remaining 2 members of T1.
If T1 destabilizes on either side, DRX is free to do exactly what they want. Ban gonna come out here with the blind. Can't find a target though.
He's just trying to buy more time for Munchkin to be able to set up, maybe even scare DRX, but Ban actually a clean shot. He's trying to get out. He's not quite in the smoke. Okay, he finally crawls right back in. 2v2.
Meanwhile, Munchkin gonna creep up through A long.
Does DRX remember this? They have to remember. Zest, you have to remember that Munchkin was on your flank, and he goes for the swing and gets the headshot onto Munchkin.
This leaves just Ban, the only one left. MaKo
Cover going down.
teleporting over to the side.
Ban just going for the fake. Makes some noise. Now trying to hold to the half. The shock dart's good. He's actually just going to hold all the way, but MaKo says, not under my watch.
Yep, a good setup there. You know, some decent ideas from...
I don't think he was even alive at the end, though, so either way, of course, he wouldn't be going for the defuse. Either way, the stop coming in from Ban, but he gets taken out in the middle of his smoke.
Kind of a funny exchange back there. Already T1 beginning to thin out in numbers here. Saya had that operator over to A, but wasn't able to find any targets. We've got a double setup on the lockdowns over here.
Yeah, but the Defender's one is going to be countered by that Hunter's Fury. And now the lockdown will finish up on the side of DRX. And off of that, Buzz has already pushed out way far. The post-plant position is, I mean, more than perfect. This is taking every advantage.
And look at the mini-map and watch how they're just combing through every angle, trying to see what they can find. They know Carpe is up here at the top.
Buzz he loves doing that, by the way. He loves baiting with the pistols. Oh my God. The Shadow Step's good. MaKo, they pinch on the operator.
The fact
on sale over at the merch shop.
It's over on our desk.
Yeah, we've got one on our desk. He's
Along
got
with,
one.
I'm the Taste of Bear, and you're the Willa-Bear, and all 3 of us are over here casting this game.
Yeah, of course, if you're here today or tomorrow, you can buy that, but MaKo with a quick little pick-off on Ban.
Yeah, I wasn't even quite ready for that to happen so fast. So things are already beginning to look worse here. A pretty starved T1 here in round 7 already drops a player. And DRX can pretty much take their time. They're going to once again leave RB in the back to confirm the nobody's going to have the lurk on them. It is Saya way over here towards the exterior of the A entry.
Yeah, but Munchkin's trying to get a cheeky early kill. The drone's going to stop him from doing so. Drone gets taken out, but he is caught in that stun, and Buzz should find him right away. Target acquired.
Yeah, Munchkin having no clue where the jet was.
Oh no! Okay, that was almost a crazy mishap. That team flash
that was
forcing Zest to turn away.
Weird snafu they were in. Now hold on, Saya, blades drawn.
Spike planted.
This is possible.
It is, but look at MaKo's position. I mean, MaKo is creating all sorts of
curveballs
here.
God.
Yeah. You do not expect them to already be in B site as well, and that's
very much here in the first half is an alarming sign for T1.
You're absolutely right. I mean, you know, one of the reasons we praise him so much was because his first kill, first death ratios were out the window. I mean, he has just been out of this world. Sometimes hard carrying T1, even through their losses, he was the one topping the server. And now he's being shut down. DRX talked about it. They want to focus on him. But now T1, they send Saya on his own. He's cleared out C long. The positioning, I think, a lot better for T1. The information gathered simply from this push out indicates that there's a very strong likelihood that the main force is going towards A.
Creeping up into A, there's a double stack. Munchkin ready to receive. Are we gonna have that flash come out, the blind come out?
The Rolling Thunder, and the way it's set up, Munchkin's not gonna get hit by it. They're just gonna push out as soon as they hear. Oh, they're just gonna push out immediately no matter what. And all the counter utility being thrown by DRX, but it's not the Hunter's Fury as well.
Spike down.
Beautifully done. They advance on the position, and DRX, expecting to swing around, can't find anything. Just RB left over, a 1 versus 3. The spike on the opposite side of the map. Even the turret getting their hits in.
Yeah, and as soon as he gets spotted, it should be both players peeking out, but Carpe just cleans it up. No crossfire necessary.
Hey, we've got Omen over here.
What?
What?
He second guesses himself and still gets the kill, and then Xeta can swing out for more. This is Saya. Oh
well,
my
there you go.
God.
All right, Saya, I'm sorry I doubted you, man. I wasn't wrong.
In the hands hands of xeta as well. He's trying to just shut down sewers with that Omen. He's just spraying it down. This allows Munchkin to be planted deep. They expected this rolling thunder. Look, the site's empty. Munchkin tagged, but if he can hold on to sewers, the retake in a decent spot for T1.
Oh, we've got Munchkin here, but Zest with the swing around gets that kill.
Oh, and a fast retake, but the Nanoswarm is going to hold him off just for now. Sayaplayer, another Nanoswarm as well. T1 just cannot get into the site.
Yeah, they've been sandbagged pretty successfully.
The dash
Saya
in.
does dash in.
With the op, he's going to get shut down immediately.
One enemy.
And Ban gets taken out, and the drop from xeta to try to support, not going to be good enough. Once again for Sayaplayer. Can they make it a 5-7-half? Honestly, it's even. 5-7-half wouldn't be so bad for T1 as they switch sides.
Saya with the peek here into B. You know, B has really been a site that has gotten no attention here
Yes.
from DRX, by the way.
I don't think they've walked through it once. RB
Yeah.
walked through it on the flank once in the first half so far.
As far as they're concerned on this map, B is not in the alphabet. So we got to see if Saya can get a pick here. This is the first time they've stacked heavy in mid.
Yeah,
DRX
that drop was heard, by the way. The ping comes out from the attackers. But Saya just stays calm. He knows he has tailwind. He wants to go for another pick, but he's just going to find the turret. That's it. Okay, and then the Omen ultimate used by Ban just to check if anyone snuck into A main, A long. No one quite there. All right, Ban is kind of left on an island. He already has a smoke out, though, and the paranoia. He's just trying to buy time, but he's spotted by Buzz. And the site broken open by DRX.
Yeah, DRX looking to get this 8th
30
win here.
seconds left.
I mean, this is just brutal. Munchkin is possibly going to have an engage here with MaKo. I mean, he's pushing right up here, maybe hungry for an exit frag. No, he rotates around over towards attacker spawn, but he's not done moving in the general direction.
I got to imagine he does have to go for the save here, though, right? I mean, you're starved for credits, and if this goes 8-3, the next round is last round. You got to scrape together whatever you can. Ban only has 50 credits. Even that half armor not going to do too much good. And DRX at the same time says, you know what? That's fine. We don't want to greed for this. I mean, I think there is a world where Zest greeds for this because he's 1 point away. So whether he gets the kill or not, he gets his Hunter's Fury, and that's fine. DRX playing this in a very calculated manner. Oh, well
hold
except
on.
for RB.
Yeah, Munchkin actually starting to thin those numbers
right
out.
away. Zest was the operator as well. By the way, Zest is one of the best operator players on DRX. He just doesn't play the jet. Dashes in.
All right, Ban is going to be lurking right up in the front, but he's already taken out by Buzz.
Oh, the tags are so good from the Sova. Allows Buzz to just get free kills left and right. They don't even need the lockdown. They don't need anything. Just their bread and butter set plays.
Yeah, so far so good. T1, can they swing out? Can they get these picks? They need to.
They'll do whatever they can, but this is not looking good. Buzz good
Buzz.
for 4. He's
gonna
trying to
get the ace.
Can he get it?
Oh! That's how you end a half. DRX up 9-3.
It's just going to be a quick hit onto A. T1, have they learned from Team Secret? Is the answer to just pile onto A site every time?
Yeah. Is that the play? DRX is going to give it to him, but there's going to be a pretty quick pinch coming here.
Here's the thing. As soon as that alarm bot trips, T1, do you turn around to fight, or do you just send Saya in to push out of link? The spike is planted for main, right? So ideally, you don't lose that info. T1. Okay, they're just going to try to fight back in sewers.
All right, they're going to come up now. And it's just going to be Zest staying up here.
Yeah, only Ban was hit by that stun. He is in a bit of trouble, but Carpe trying to provide support. He gets one, and he stunned up the other members.
Oh, Xeta's starting to make it happen. Hold up, 2 versus 2 now.
The frenzy good. They find info, and Saya will be able to clean it up. Another pistol win. That started to fall more and more apart as teams have gotten used to that style. Other teams have picked up on it. Oh no, MaKo tagged.
Yeah, he wings them. MaKo got to pull back a little bit further.
The other interesting thing to me from T1 is that they spot MaKo and they say, let's push in.
Yeah.
Normally for other teams, you would be like, maybe they stacked C-site. But just reading through DRX.
All right, Saya here with the flanks. No
Oh
scope
my
and 2!
God, it's beginning. MaKo's good for 1, but Saya just gets him right to the foot.
Through the foot, yeah. Just RB left.
He actually gets a kill with the jump
Game
short.
3, where the winning team, you know, eventually gets overcome here in that second half.
Yeah, well, I mean, T1, they're saying, all right, Team Secret, they were onto something. We get A main for free once again. See if we can break open the site. Even Sewer's taken. Paranoia pushes them out. Buzz is kind of stuck on an island on top of these boxes, but he shuts down Sayaplayer.
DRX right now just cleaning house. Zayden Munchkin left over, and now there's just one.
I mean, on T1 side, oh no, the reload. He cannot finish the man behind the boxes, and that allows T1 to get into the site.
This
Oh,
is unreal.
no.
It's just RB left over. Munchkin so low.
Spike planted.
Oh my god, the reload! They probably thought, all right, shutdown successful. We got this in the bag. And T1 just, this time, enemies are on an eco, so they don't want to get too crazy. But I love this, right? Because the smokes from both sides are so common nowadays here in A lobby, they just plant Saya in. That way they know DRX cannot take over lobby and allows T1 to actually go back to A site much quicker than you normally would be allowed to do. Oftentimes, if defenders put up that aggressive smoke, you kind of just have to wait, use so much utility to clear out lobby, clear behind the box, clear out the cubby, and then barely get into A main. T1 says, nope, we already have our jet planted in there.
So A, it's going to be the same story. I mean, DRX
Yep.
gives him A.
Saya does miss that draft two
It's
times in
kinda
a row.
funny, yeah. Something's going on there. They're also very aware that Zess is probably up here in heaven. So some shots are fired into there. We don't have the spike planted, by the way.
Yeah, just trying to draw out all the utility, right? They're trying to make sure that DRX doesn't have... Yeah, they're trying to bait in the early retake, and it's successful. However, the stun's good, and Carpe taken down. Buzz still alive, picks up a Vandal.
Still on the move here. MaKo gets one, and two. It's just Munchkin left.
But it is a 1v2. MaKo only a stinger, Buzz low on health. Perfect crossfire setup.
One enemy.
Oh no! But the stinger at close range,
Oh.
Buzz though.
We might end up with that duel.
Right,
So
2-1.
it's going to be a bit of a peek into garage here.
Okay.
Munchkin gets to confirm that there is someone lurking inside.
So unable to clear the enemy's killjoy utility with that nano swarm. We've seen that become more and more common. Munchkin's trying to figure out, do I spend more here just to... Okay, so that way he can confirm at least clearing out the turret. But it does come at the cost of both nano swarms, and he still cannot gain control of garage quite just yet. The only thing that does is, you know, kind of forces TRS to have someone watching garage instead of relying on the turret.
Right here.
So they're not going to fire that shot over onto the Al drone. A is not where they want to be anymore. C instead is where they're going to need to come up. They smoke it out. Killjoy utility is triggered.
Oh, but with this timing, Munchkin actually goes into garage. This is just to allow Munchkin to get in there, and the Hunter's Fury is trying to clear the site, but MaKo takes it down, Munchkin, and that ruins the entry from T1.
MaKo with a triple right now, and a humiliated T1 having to back up. We've still got the operator down here, but Zeta and Carpe are so low. If Zeta could even just get a pick, that would be nice. Let's not forget, Buzz is ready over here on the A side. This is going to have to
10
be a
seconds
save
left.
round, which means DRX is going to go up to 11 points here on map number 3.
A good hold from DRX, being very well aware. First of all, they were ready to really shift their focus on to C right from the get-go because of Buzz's position. Operator has been given over to Munchkin, so Blade Storm entry in the works for Sayaplayer.
And they may be going for info right now. Saya probably going to hop up, doesn't see anybody, waiting down in A. That may make them suspect that the operator has been rotated around, but you never know with mind games like this.
Yeah, I mean, I like the idea, right? Just check that, okay, with this aggressive smoke, does that mean someone's coming forward? Is it a fake for the operator on A long? They realize the operator isn't there, so they're going to start creeping forward. But you got to imagine that a lot of this is just being used to see if there's a reaction from DRX, and they get one finally. The Owl drone being drawn out. 2 members purposely showing themselves on this drone. They could have hidden, but they choose not to.
All right, Zeta gonna creep up into B.
Oh, DRX knows this is coming, though.
Yep, this is a site that has not gotten much attention in this first map. They smoke it out. Saya's gonna dash through onto the side, and they lose track of Saya.
Oh, and they even checked the corner for MaKo as well. Saya drew out so much attention.
Spike planted now. DRX in a very difficult retake here. Buzz gonna have to try to come over here from the C side.
Oh, and they're gonna empty the site. They have an operator in Munchkin's hands to watch the spike.
Here.
And they have Zeta ready to go for the flank at any moment's notice through garage. This is all just gonna be one-by-one peaks from T1 to draw out time.
All right, they get it to, no, they don't even get it to half, that's it. 7-11.
A flawless Saya just walking around his teammates' fault line to try to get a different angle here towards mid. I mean, again, they're focusing on B right now that it's full buy rounds, assuming that this is going to be the weaker site. And if it isn't, they can easily rotate out. They're not going to hard commit just yet, but no movement. Drone being heard on A short.
Okay, once again, into B. If it's not broken, don't fix it. Saya perched up on top.
They're trying to draw out whatever utility from the opponents, but they will be able to draw out the aftershock. Now the plant should be safe. No ultimates available on the side of DRX that can stop this one.
Man lurking in the back. Oh.
But yeah, DRX tries to kind of sneak in.
Yeah.
Saya, the drop. Not quite aware on the side of Zest.
Munchkin's ready and takes MaKo out. Oh my God. Okay.
It's happening.
It's happening. We told you. We
Chad,
told you
we
guys.
told you.
If it gets one-sided, it has to mean 13-11. It can only be one thing.
Yeah, well, the operator going to be saved by Buzz. Well, I mean, that's the best you can do. Meanwhile, I mean, T1, you know, they're just going to say, you know what, you can save that. We're not going to greed for that. I mean, I think there is a world where maybe they could have. It wouldn't have been the end of the world, but perhaps they're realizing, you know, let him keep the operator. As long as we can find the location of that, that's one person just planted down, right? We just don't have to fight. Quick and early into the round, they might be able to find some success. Now, of course, the operator was initially starting on B site to prevent any sort of early push. Saya's crept all the way in. Buzz does suspect it, though. They're well aware that they did not cover this angle.
Okay, Saya's waiting patiently. Oh my God, they both miss.
Oh my gosh. Well, that was like a scene from a horror movie. But however, okay, if the drone was used on A long and you just saw the operator peek out from back site, okay, that's 2 members on A. That means B site may be a bit lighter once again.
Okay, here we go. Hunter's Fury gonna hiccup that spike plant.
Oh, but that means lockdown available for Munchkin. It cannot be destroyed. They're now gonna go through garage.
Found them.
Okay, here we go. Yeah, Rolling Thunder comes through here. Is MaKo gonna be able to hold this?
Well, this is up to RB, but he's been paranoid. He cannot cover for his teammates. RB gets 1, he gets 2, and he shuts down the plant. Cannot be finished just yet.
Ban still fights back, and Zeta does as well.
1 enemy remaining.
Just Ban left over. Not impossible.
Not impossible at all. He's got the ult as well. He just wants to bail out of here. Now it is a 1v2. I like the plant location. Not going to get hit by any sort of easy utility. Almost
No,
actually.
he actually had the, he had the sense of that that's where it might be.
Now, Ban, the thing is the spike plant location keeps it ambiguous, but he has so many places to check. He needs to, he's just going to pick the 50-50 and say they're both coming from defender spawn. Thankfully for him, he would be correct.
All right, he knows at least Silva's up there.
Oh no, the recon bolt though.
Okay, and he sees the operator shot.
And he was tagged.
1 enemy remaining.
Oh my God!
Oh my
Buzz!
God!
Oh
no! My God!
Buzz was just trying to, I mean, Ban just hearts of steel right there. Bringing the round back for T1. Saya with his own operator. This time no operator on the side of DRX.
Very, very slow start here. T1 really trying to take their time. Is anybody going to try to peek out, overextend, give them even the slightest bit of information? DRX also showing a lot of patience. T1, they may very well just collect up over here at A. Note, characteristically of DRX, they do seem to leave A wide open sometimes. But it's those retakes that they've suffered from.
Yeah, well, I mean, this time they have Rolling Thunder and Lockdown. So in a theoretical world, where everything goes as planned for both teams. DRX should have the upper hand, right? I mean, they've had so many times, so many reps in to practice retakes like these where it's the most ideal scenario. Zest gonna just try to do some damage, but Saya's ready for this. He's trying to get a potential spam if he sees anything come out. We hear that gunshot.
Spike planted.
All right, retake being prepared from heaven.
Yep, they're just all gonna come down at once. Attacker Killjoy's ready.
I love this lockdown timing. He puts it down before the opponents just to be able to buy time so that they can't just rush right in.
And they're gonna pull back. At least some of them are.
Okay, Defender's Killjoy lockdown also destroyed.
All right, Buzz finds one. Stax finds another, but it's a trade out here. And then there are none. DRX is gonna get this diffused down. It's gonna be 9-12. T1 needs to win 3 more to go to overtime and match DRX. Otherwise, DRX is gonna walk out of this. All right, a push in over here. How prepared is Zest? And by the way, DRX not budging just yet. They're not sure if there's just a push they're trying to sell or one they're actually gonna commit to. But we do see Zest tiptoeing back out, so they're gonna at least leave the opportunity for a retake. Not dropping numbers, not being picked off one by one.
Now T1 has to make a decision before they go for the plant. Do you push out to counter this Rolling Thunder? That's the big question, because you gotta know that it's coming in. You gotta know that it was intentionally saved. Okay, Sayaplayer just trying to do some damage up into heaven. Not gonna find a target here. The Rolling Thunder is ready here. Operator given over to stax so that they can jump in for the retake. Saya's positioned for it. He is outside of range on the Rolling Thunder, and he is shutting down the retake on his own.
Huge moment there. Just Zest and MaKo left over. And I mean, I think they're just going to have to give this one to T1. Yeah. This should go up to 10-12. William.
It's
Why are they so close every time?
I mean, what a match. What a match between these two teams. And we're still guaranteed one more map no matter what in this best of 5. We're going to get to see Bind, but yeah, just a save coming out from DRX. I mean, you made match point, no reason to throw away any sort of things that you can carry over that operator. Oh, so important here for the defenders. So yeah, I mean, they're going to try to get the Huntress Fury online with the spike plant, and they're just clearing for nanoswarms. This is meant to be a fast hit onto C site. No operator here to be found. Now, Saya, is he aware that MaKo's right below him? MaKo's just trying to hide in the cloudburst, but if, MaKo actually gets the kill back.
Shroud step up on top.
Well, both his shadow and his former self were shot down in that one.
Somehow 2 MaKos died there. And that leaves us with just 3 DRX players left in a nightmarish retake, if they even opt to do so here versus T1.
Yeah, T1 does feel a bit trapped, and that's a collapse! Oh, Buzz, he tries to go in with the Blaze Storm to open things up, but xeta.
Oh my God, the back and forth is insane. The opportunity created and then lost just in a matter of seconds.
Band's just trying to pretend he's not there. I mean, I think he was spotted one way or the other. Zest trying to create whatever opportunities he can.
Zest here in place of Foxy9 opts to back out.
Just gonna save that one rifle.
Yeah. Okay, there was a lot that happened in the last, 40 seconds there. We saw, looked like an obvious T1 win into a collat. 2 kills, 1 operator into, I believe it was xeta. Then getting 2 of his own kills.
Yeah, and that was going to be my one concern.
Right, a peek out here. Both operators peering down into A. They tag one, but I don't know if he's going to go for the peek.
Get out of my
Oh!
And then Zest with the nice trade peek out as well. Allows for 2 kills, and T1 says, well, we just got to rush in. We got to try to catch them before they're unawares. Saya he cannot get the next one. Zest stays alive.
It's just Munchkin left over in a 1 versus 4. This is probably over. This is probably going to go to a 13-11 here with a DRX win. But let's see what Munchkin's got to offer.
Are we just destined to have 13-11s all night today?
Yes.
I mean, we are.
Yes.
This is crazy. This is insane. All right, I mean, can he even get the plan? RB's already here. There's so much he needs to check for.
Recalling my bot. Alarm bot.
And Munchkin, he's done some crazy things. He's made some crazy carries happen in his career here in Valorant. And he's stunned out.
Hunter's Fury comes out.
Okay, he draws out the Sova ultimate. Just waiting for that third shot. Left. Not going to happen.
Placing swarm grenade.
Push coming from Garage. He's trying to get ready here for MaKo.
Turret's destroyed. Alarm bot down.
Oh, he just wants to dwindle the numbers just a bit, but they're already on site. There's too many, and he's might, but Munchkin, he's good for one, and he almost gets it!
Oh my God!
But RB!
Oh my God! It almost actually happened!
Oh my God.
You know, from the opposing team, it might not matter. Xeta over here, just at B long, ready to try to intercept the push.
Yeah, it's just going to be a fast spot with a 0 point. The toxic screen cannot go up. Meanwhile, MaKo already spots one and showers as well. So DRX is very well aware of the setup here. And Buzz tries to charge through on the smoke, but Xeta's going to get the first kill.
4v4 now. We've still got Munchkin up by Hookah.
All right, Munchkin's going to actually just exit out just to see if anyone kind of jumps through on the window. The big contention is going to be elbow right here from Carpe.
Stax ready over here.
Oh, a nice crouch from Carpe. He gets the first tag and just swings right back out. Well, now the pinch can happen from T1. Oh,
this is manageable, but MaKo gets the drop.
Oh, yeah, I mean,
keeps it going here.
T1 just not aware of the angles that they're holding.
Just Munchkin left over. Not impossible, not going to be easy. MaKo peeking out in the last second, gets that kill. DRX starts it.
Pushing through.
All right, Saya here with the Marshall, coming out of showers, but nobody's there to get this shot connected to. Instead, it's going to be more and more tension built up over here by Fountain.
Yeah, now, of course, the orb going over to ban as well. So just trying to get whatever advantages they can early on. Triple Bulldog on the side of DRX. They will continue to try to snowball this advantage. And look at this. I mean, just by not doing anything, they're continuing to draw out a lot of the utility that T1 has, which really is all they have to work with here on an eco.
Now, Saya's actually now maneuvering through the very, very middle. And if they do end up seesawing back over here towards the A side, that could be an interception. But I'm seeing right now DRX continue to press forward over at B.
Yeah, but T1's ready for this. Like you said, because of Saya's position, they have now stacked on to B. DRX still has time to rotate over if they want. They're trying to get the 0 point, and they will catch one, but the screen can still go up. Purposely, Xeta, was hanging back, and they think they've chased DRX away enough.
Oh, this is really unfortunate, because now they realize they've been out-positioned by themselves, essentially. And so they're going to have to rely on just the hallway alone to try to recover from this.
Oh, man, I cannot blame T1, right? I mean, you're basically picking 50-50s on these ecos, just choosing to stack B initially, and you think, okay, maybe they'll rotate over, and you try to all get a head start, but trying to anticipate that the teleport's going to come through, but at the end of the day, DRX says, no, we had no intention of doing so. Oh, the Dizzy just being thrown right out through the vents.
Oh, and it's going to be a bit of a trade out there. It's just Xeta left over here. And I don't think he's going to be able to get much done here. 1 HP and a dream.
Toxin screen down.
And just seeing if he can pick off one extra kill.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be happening here.
Gun here.
Oh, Buzz just trying to go back in. He was asking for the prince. I was like, why is Buzz doing that? Like, what's going on here? But active bearers are there, but so is Tibbers from League of Legends.
Okay, the bird was sent out, but they were all hiding behind the corner. We may have a little bit of pressure built up over here at B. And there's going to be a push out. It looks like it's going to be... Saya just gets two. What?
Oh my God, what a recovery there.
That was wild. It looked like that certainly should not have gone that way initially.
Oh, well, Munchkin is stunned out, but Saya's there to cover for him. Saya is everywhere. Just the paint shows just to buy time. He actually gets quite a bit of a tag on to stax.
All right, Xeta going through elbow now.
Oh, and I love the elbow play, right? Instead of just trying to flood sight, you just say, well, we have the numbers advantage. If we keep them surrounded, what could they possibly do?
So this is going to be a plant inside the tube. Stax is going to try to pull out from the outside. Saya could try to come forward here. RB doesn't have to leave the tube anytime soon.
Yeah, they did hear the guiding light over in garden, so they know that the sky is out there. Stax already down, and the pop flash, Saya says, I'll just pre-fire.
He was killed before the flash even went off, unfortunately. So that's going to be a defuse. Nicely done. The first win on the board here for T1. Yeah.
I love the sight. One of the ways you could try to combat that is to push out of hookah and try to get the flank immediately.
This time around, DRX really going to take their time. You have a poke over here into showers.
Oh, Saya's not aware of the close.
Oh, and his gun's not able to be drawn in time as he threw the paint shells out.
Oh, that's just excellent bait by Buzz.
Yeah.
Entirely planned out by DRX to plant stacks forward. And Buzz just continues to spray to try to, kind of bait Saya into staying a bit longer than he should have. Oh, the Seekers are immediate. Munchkin actually just goes right in, trusting his pop flash, but he has been caught up by the Seekers. Oh!
He just can't find anything. Just Ban and xeta. Now just xeta alone left over on the B side of things. As it looks like it's probably just going to be a third round win here for DRX.
Well, I was going to say, it was a funny joke when the desk was talking about how everything's just going to be blinded and covered here in this map. But right there, the observer switched to like 4 different people, and all of them had something going on their screen.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to be a double push into A, split between the Viper screen, but then we saw Munchkin try to actually push right through showers, completely blinded and shut down. But a lot of momentum built up here for DRX. It doesn't seem like the team comp is working out for T1 just yet. Obviously, we're very early on here in the first half.
Yeah, I mean, this comp, let's be very honest, its strength is not on the defensive side, right? I mean, it works very much when you have the initiative to push forward and take the map just 1 inch at a time. Retake, and DRX strikes faster than we wanted, and our cooldowns aren't, back.
Saya is set up here if he needs to use a showstopper towards the entry of Hookah. I would imagine DRX is already going to sense that could be a risk and not try to really go into that area on the map.
Yeah, and Zesk just continued to jiggle peek because Saya had that push out earlier. So DRX just saying, all right, I mean, the sky's there. Usually that's where Saya's been playing. Now, T1, one of the other weaknesses of this composition is they don't have a great way of pushing out of showers, right? Unless you commit the Sky, Harbor, and the Rays onto A and kind of give up B long. There's not a great way. They're just putting up cascades just to buy time, and Carpe's watching that from behind. To cover that weakness, they now have xeta over here in A Heaven.
Are they going to try to just shove right into A? Buzz gets in, sees this isn't really covered by any one gun.
The dizzy swing out, but xeta not able to get the kill initially.
Yep, and Zest is going to get this plant off over here. They do have Saya coming here from the bottom. Remember that showstopper is going to be ready. Carpe gets the drop on his Zest.
Yeah, but look at the flank coming in from Stax. He's actually rotated out of showers. He stitched it to regroup with his teammates. Saya's not going to be ready for. Oh my God! I take that back. He is so ready for this. What in the world?
Saya is just on another level. It's unreal.
Oh, they spot Buzz. Bands there for the cover, and they have sight of RB. What a retake, and it all opens up with Saya on that quick swivel onto Stax.
I could not believe that swivel. That was just incredible there. I knew Saya had a shot. I mean, Saya didn't even have to use the showstopper there to recover that.
Quick jump over the box and tries to get whatever damage he can. Now, nothing found there. Oh, and the judge shuts down Buzz, but meanwhile, MaKo was waiting on the lurk and just catches. Sayaplayer completely unaware as he's recovered a weapon now.
All right,
Carpe's already here.
Carpe's ready, and he gets the first. There's a second around the corner,
and he's seen the third as well. Oh my
God!
The individual mechanics on T1 is insane. I just can't believe it. I mean, we knew all these players were good throughout their own careers, whether in Valorant or elsewhere, whether in Korea or elsewhere, but my God.
I mean, it's really something to admire here.
Oh, and then Carpe now plays it safe. I mean, just the decision-making here, right? Because earlier, the idea is, well, whatever extra kills I can get buys extra time for my teammates to come on the rotate. If I can drop the spike, and I just heard the teleporter, I have that information. But now he's like, well, no reason to greet it. Also, no reason to potentially give that kill, give MaKo the Viper's pit, and then allow him to maybe plant for free with a pit coming out of showers. I mean, the instant decision-making is very good from Carpe and the rest of Team 1.
Yeah, I mean, it's so impressive here. Honestly, I love the way that you point out that T1 individually is just so strong.
Yes.
Any one moment that there's a T1 player that needs to deliver, needs to get a triple kill, or needs to pull off something incredible, they are able to do it.
Yeah.
They can function independently from each other so damn well.
And the crazy part is then we look at, we compare them with a team like All right, he doesn't get it by the guiding light. Now, looking at the positioning from T1, though, they could be very ready to just push into showers if they need to create space. No, they hear the noise early. They're just going to back up, just trying to hold on to backside.
Prepare for hellfire.
Oh, there was a bit of a mishap, it looked like, with the blast packs there. So DRX going to be completely funneled out of the default plant position. Buzz takes a lot of damage, and he's taken down by the paint shells.
Right, MaKo is going to get that plant off. The whole area completely smoked out, and Viper's Pit's only going to complicate that further. RB still lurking. Oh, shot down there from Carpe. Good spray.
They're trying to get us around, and then Ban waits with the shorty as well. Because they've pushed out, they started inching into the pit. He's just waiting for someone to push against him. Oh, and they know where Stax is as well. Munchkin just calling for backup.
Just no way to make that work. I mean, Stax the last one left. And let's point out what an expensive loss that was.
Oh, Saya getting caught by the 0 points. Unfortunate, because here's the thing. They made noise on the orb. And then no one got hit by the guiding lights. So
he's going to go for it.
Oh my gosh!
He's just going to go.
They're sending out guiding lights to continue for this. And a bit aggressive.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of like it though, even though it doesn't pay off.
Whoa! I don't know about the Trailblazer right there, Munchkin.
Oh, it's a jiggle peeking dog right now.
Well, you know what? He actually uses it in the best way possible, just to buy time. I was afraid that he might get caught unawares.
Well, they're going to keep Munchkin right over here towards the entry.
Oh, and the Dizzy being used on top of the guiding light. If they have both tagged, there was a possibility that Munchkin tries to push out of that high tide, but now Dizzy unable to be recovered. And this is why this comp, it does get a bit weaker on the defensive side.
They're going to see this is basically a naked sight. T1 going to try to go for a retake here. MaKo going to eventually wrap back around here with the rest of DRX to meet up with this, but this is going to be a very impossible round here for T1 if they try to actually come here and recover it.
Yeah, they do have a lot of cred, so maybe they go for it. You could even potentially go for the Thrash, although I don't know. There's still 5 members on DRX. I don't think the value will be very good. So it looks like just more Cascades just to cover the angles. Trying to get an early pick. T1 knows that if they can't get an early pick, if they can't dwindle the numbers, this isn't looking very good.
Yeah, and Buzz gets the drop on him. At this point in time, it's just Carpe here, now pinged.
He just takes a hit on his elbow as he's trying to walk through the wall, or behind the wall as well. And it'll just be a save. Obviously, creds are fine on T1, but it's already looking nigh impossible. Xeta just potentially looking for a kill, but they won't timeout. I almost said vacation off of that timeout. With the aggressive operator. It doesn't pay off, and they're not going to buy back another operator. They're just going to sit on their rifles this time.
Now we do have a Viper's Pit ready here, if need be, for T1. So they may let them build up as close as possible over here to B. And there it is. They're going to set that off. And the best that they can do from here is try to get that orb. Doesn't seem to make a lot of sense to try to push, and at least not just yet.
Yeah, but look at Saya's position, right? They know that the logical play here is to rotate over to A. Even Ban, they're going for the crossfire. They want to actually get the preemptive picks here just to dwindle the numbers. Now they're happy with that. And the blast pack to secure their exit.
Yeah, a good infiltration in there, and then a great escape back out, just thinning those numbers for DRX out.
Yeah, and now they can wait for the retake, right? They have the Thrash. They have Munchkin rotating over for the 4v4. T1 is playing this very methodically. I mean, DRX, they don't have many other options. Just got to send the Seekers at 30 seconds.
They're going to try to force their way in here. Oh, my God, big shutdown here. Saya's just so on top with the gunplay. Huge shutdown. T1 now 5-4. Making it look easy. I mean, I thought it was going to be more of a trade than that.
Yes, I thought so too. But one of the biggest things was as soon as the Seekers were called here from Stax, T1 immediately answers with Carpe's Thrash. And that forced DRX to really have to rush off of the Seekers. They could not wait until locations were found and all utility could be dumped. They had to just fly in, and Buzz, he's trying to get above so he can get way into backside to create space. Saya just knocks him right out of the air. And now T1 back in the lead, 5-4.
Much more of a back and forth here in this first half. Looks like they're going to at least push away defenders on B by a little bit. Munchkin's going to maintain this position. Can at least get the orb.
Yeah, Munchkin's always kind of taking this high risk to just stand out in the open for as long as possible to try to get an early pick, just to hold them off while he is zero-pointed, right? While he cannot use his abilities. And then once backup arrives, he kind of leaves space. Now, Saya taking over Luka.
All right. They're going to try to come into B right now. They've already sent Buzz in.
Buzz has no idea that Saya's here. Saya's hidden under the high tide. He's only good for 1 kill, though.
Yeah, so they trade out. It's going to be up to elbow and door here. A pretty tough position. When you don't have anybody coming from the other side, it's very hard to try to get control here.
Yeah, there's no one to go for the flank either, T1. They're just going to have to win duel for duel.
All right, stax still ready here on the side. Ban does get the kill on the Buzz.
Yeah, the
Fracture
Mosh,
in their position. They're going to be able to break in now.
they know one's in the tube. Zest stays alive for now.
Player standing.
And it's all down to MaKo.
Just MaKo left here. He gets one. He does not get the second, unfortunately so. And with a few more seconds remaining, T1 will get that defused. They're going to go up 6-4.
Oh my gosh, you know what I just realized? He's just out there getting kills on his own, making it happen. I mean, of course, with the support of his teammates, but he's not letting anyone kind of escape, right? His crosshairs.
Now, DRX did not engage with the B side whatsoever. And so they weren't able to find any information from T1's peeks out.
I do also find it so curious that DRX is just now getting onto the half armor meta. I mean, not a lot of Pacific teams really buying into it during the regular season as MaKo breaks open the site. DRX says, you know what, there is a reason this works.
Well, you can see Saya sees some out there. Carpe gets a great drop on a MaKo.
And now that they've had this early kill traded out, they can hold on to showers. So A site feels a lot safer for T1. Now it's just about B. Munchkin so low, though. Can he get a kill here?
Oh, man, Munchkin gets at least one here and really doesn't take much damage, escaping out through the window. Buzz on the hunt. Can't find him.
Oh no, and the showstopper used just to hold them off, and DRX, they cannot enter here, and Buzz dies as well!
Oh my god, T1 is firing on all cylinders here.
Oh no, the paint shells. No answer to that. This side of the map, what does it mean for the other side? If we get this kill, can we secure showers? Things like that. The way they are moving after each initial contact has been so clean.
All right. Oh, here we go. Showstopper set up, and I mean,
he still gets him.
He gets him, but the real story here is Carpe is just cleaning up.
Yeah, Carpe's still alive. He's just hiding in that smoke. MaKo, he's caught in the reckoning. He does get stunned. Oh, there's one corner. Carpe, he survives.
It's just Zest left over here in a 1v4. This is the final round in this half. He's going to run through B.
No, you go back to A.
He's going to loop around.
Yeah,
oh.
you go back to A. But look at this. T1 says, well, we got 4 people.
Yeah.
Hey, Carpe, just wait and see what happens.
Now, you know, he could get the kill on a Carpe and maybe in some kind of 1v3.
I mean, it's possible.
Let's not forget the last round on Haven. How close that was. That was a 1v4 as well.
Yeah, it's absolutely doable now, but there's so many angles to check. I love that T1, they're not budging at all, right? If Carpe dies here, like, so be it. We still have 3 people. Oh no! Oh no, Carpe! Oh my god!
Well, that's
the go-to for T1. However, the difference this time is they're simultaneously digging into showers. They're not dumping all of their util. All right, they get spotted, so they back out.
Oh, we barely caught that MaKo, just getting that kill onto Xeta. The spike is in showers, but I don't know if it's going to be committed up here. There's a lot of different duels that could be about to occur.
I think T1's trying to just bank on them making noise on B, and I don't know how I feel about that. Perhaps they're also just making way for a potential teleport rotate from Munchkin. They already hold showers. It's a safe teleporter to take.
Yeah, they could just send Brown in to try to take down as many as he can find. Saya gets pinged. I mean, this is getting uncomfortable right now for T1.
Yeah, Munchkin tries to just creep in as well. I mean, T1, they love doing this, by the way. They love just cutting sound and trying to just get a surprise pick onto their opponents, and DRX not going to fall for that trap.
Yeah, MaKo going to loop back around through U-Haul. They're going to keep a pretty pulled away
30 seconds
setup.
left.
Wingman coming out for the plant. Is that going to take out the Wingman? It does. Oh,
Looks
but
like Ban and Carpe. double team over there. RB and MaKo now out of the picture. The spike is still down. There's not a ton of time here. They need to start to act pretty quickly.
10 seconds
They're going to be able to
left.
recover Wingman as well, though. Carpe
Planted.
should have spotted Zest. Both of them see each other, and Carpe just swings out with a frenzy.
Enemy remaining.
Oh, Ban's good for one as well.
Oh my God, they do it again!
Carpe, the maps they did win with this composition. He wasn't getting a lot of kills. He was always on that just util duty, the plant duty with the spike, with the Wingman. Currently, he's topping the board with 15 kills.
All right, Stax jiggle peeking over here. Munchkin, oh, sees him. Can't get any shots to connect.
xeta just peeking out of his own toxic screen, using that decay and the Spectre to his advantage. This is...
What is happening? T1 is just playing so extremely well.
Enemy
Zest
remaining.
comes out, but he's just another trade out as well. RB, I mean, there's probably no way that they can recover this round. This means it's probably going to be 10-4.
There's
Confirmed
got
right
to
there.
there's got to be cases. Honestly, T1 might just have the momentum going into map 5. And I mean, DRX, the map 5 has always eluded them. You know, they've won cleaner series here in Korea, but internationally, it's always been that map 5 that they could just not close out.
Okay, well, they're just going to spring the attack right over in here. It's a trade out. Buzz getting a double and a triple and a quadruple.
Strike down B.
Wow, just holding against that Mosh. He just says, well, I'll go down when I go down, but I take all the kills I can get. Okay, well, a ridiculous kill from xeta.
Well, that was quite the round. Buzz, a force of nature.
DRX's default's a bit more on the A side. Force them to get uncomfortable here with the setups on B.
All right, it is a very even split over here. They've got a double push up into showers.
Bomb buddy out.
And you can see there's going to be a bit of a counter push up here from Buzz. You try and see if anybody's coming into hookah. No signs yet. And the Viper wall is completely sealed off the A side from attacker side.
And yeah, the setup here was so good. They had RB spotting for the box, and MaKo's just ready to spray it down. But RB's now caught all alone. He does get another kill.
All right, let's see. Oh, Zest just taking Ban out.
Spike planted.
Shorty means nothing there.
Enemy remaining.
Oh, and 1 by 1, it seems like DRX is just going to clean house. Carpe, though, you never want to count him out.
Does have that thrash. I mean, best ability you could hope for when you're down alone. No, unfortunately, it isn't a 1v1. He's trying to get distance. Just trying to buy as much time. He does detain one. Oh, he actually detains two.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so he just tries to spray, get them off the defuse. He's trying to check if they're sticking to it. And DRX, they wait until everyone's back in condition to fight.
All right, another very important win. Things beginning to look more and more realistic here as DRX is going to get that 6th win. He's so important here as T1 is so close to that finish line.
Yeah, now T1.
Immediately Saya here with the nade.
Yeah, a lot of contention around these ult doors, right? I mean, DRX knows that T1, they've got 3 members. Meanwhile, DRX, stax is also only 1 point away. MaKo, 2 points. Oh my gosh!
My God, huge moment there. Almost no scopes a second there, but Cess gets the better half.
Yeah, but Cess is so scratched up. Still a possibility here, and DRX is just trying to push out as soon as they hear the orb. They know that that's the only thing that T1 is focused on this round.
What? Carpe, what? What? A double with the Sheriff.
I got the spike.
What in the world? And not even a collab. He just goes for 2 kills, 2 shots, 2 kills.
I can't believe it.
I mean, this is reminiscent of that round on Ascent where he just says, I'll win this, and then he just peeks out and gets the kill.
If I just shoot them in the head before they shoot me in the head.
I mean, hey, that's how it works in an FPS. Now, DRX, the silver lining is the pit's used by T1 xeta, right? He gets the plant, and then he's able to use the pit right away. So 1 ultimate gone, but of course T1, they are that much closer to match point.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they don't need a lot from here. DRX is only halfway to bringing this to overtime. Even more to get it to that 13 number here. T1, look, I mean, it's not going to be easy, but it's also not going to be the most uncomfortable second half from here on out.
No, not at all. I mean, again, you just need 1 more. You're on the attacking side. You have that initiative you can take. Oh, now T1 waiting for an aggressive push out from DRX. T1 has been switching up their tempo a lot more than they used to on Bind. And I think that's making DRX quite uncomfortable. DRX, whenever they play Bind, they really rely on someone like the Brimstone or the KO bouncing back and forth between A and B as soon as they get contact to provide extra support. But now that they don't really have any info, they have to push out if they want absolute, guaranteed intel. But that's just not what DRX does, and T1's trying to use this against them.
Yeah, DRX being extremely patient here. There's no incentive to try to, over-aggress. MaKo gonna just wait right here and What?
xeta just creeps in, crouches right below, and gets the kill.
It's just this gunplay that almost doesn't make any sense. T1 just seems to be stronger at making things work for them at times.
Oh no, Saya, he can't make the jump out of the window, and the orbital strike takes him out. But A site somewhat cleared. Now xeta, he hasn't cleared the entirety of the site. RB stranded right now in the back of site. They tag him. They know he's there.
He gets one, but xeta gets him back.
Spike down A.
It's not impossible here for DRX, but xeta could try to intercept them right as they come around the hall.
Yeah, the toxic screen being used by xeta. He's holding close. He gotta expect this. The boombot comes out.
They know he's out here.
They're both just trying to hide from each other's spray, but Buzz is so low.
Munchkin just confirming that nobody's up by window.
Oh, and okay, so initially T1 thought maybe they come from heaven.
Last player
Oh
standing.
my God, Zest with the reactions. All right, Buzz with 8 HP. There's not a ton of time left on this clock.
One enemy
Oh my
remaining.
God, the ping on the spike is so good, and now it's just Buzz with 8 health.
Toxin screen down.
Oh
xeta
my God!
Hides in the corner. At the same time, it's just has not happened in Korea, in Asia, that DRX was given this much of a fight in such an important match.
And DRX has fought back so well, but in this game, T1 seems to be getting in control. T1 continuing to adapt, not just in these games, but through all of VCT Pacific.
Yeah, and
Nobody thought they'd get this far, and here they are,
Yeah.
about to go 2-2 against the Kings of Korea.
yeah, and I think that Empire, I think the Empire itself is over, right? Even if DRX is able to eke out this win, it looks like challengers are everywhere right now. Oh no, the Dizzy, but MaKo is still able to get the kill. He stays alive and holds on to Showers.
RB hanging back, low on HP. Munchkin gets a double.
Oh,
T1 so close. They're so close to closing this out.
Yeah, they're just opening up the site. With mechanics and stax has just back.
Stax has a thing or two to say, but now it's just Buzz. If anybody could do it, it would be Buzz. This spike is ticking. xeta over here in U-Haul.
Oh, xeta spots him and he says, I'm not fighting you. We just need to play for time. T1, they're so crafty. Oh, and Carpe's watching the exit first. Oh, this is just not fair to Buzz. We're going to map 5 in the lower bracket finals as T1 ties it up. Now, of course, back then, a lot of the players still kind of finding their groove here. Especially, Ban, he's gained so much confidence coming into the later weeks of VCT Pacific.
All right, a push down, be long. And it looks like they are going to pull the trigger. DRX not going to try to fish for any info, just going to try to shove their way in.
Yeah,
they got Buzz over there, but he can't get much done. Is DRX going to try to turn back around?
They are just caught in this fire right now, and they can't really find an exit either. This is just trade for trade.
It's a total bloodbath over here.
Now T1 lower on health, and DRX, they decide to just take the initiative. Actually, Saya gets tagged one more time. Now DRX has all the time in the world, right? They can wait to see if T1 creeps up, which is exactly what they're going to do. They think they have the leisure to make noise, and they will be so wrong as DRX waits for the push.
Yeah, good move there by DRX.
DRX sticking with the triple bulldog buys as well. This seems to be their go-to now.
This seems to be their setup. DRX advances towards A, but decides to pull back around. Saya is very close here to the middle. Not able to see anything yet. He gets pinged, and he will retreat.
Yeah, has to use that tailwind as well just to escape into safety. So not able to create any more curveballs here in mid. He doesn't have that comfort. RB already going to kind of look for a potential flank, but DRX, they have all but made up their mind to go into B site. And T1, we saw them do this previously as well, even on Bind, where they kind of wait and they say, okay, you know what, let's make our pick. We choose A. This is where we will stack in the later half of the round. And DRX will be, glad to find out that B site is free.
Yeah, the coin flip does not land on the side of the coin they bet on here, so an easy B site plant in a very strained position here for T1. They might try to come out and see if they can't get a pick or get something done.
Yeah, well, this is as typical as a round of Pearl gets, right? The attackers get the spike planted, one holds back B Hall. You have, screens going up this way and that, and the defenders have to fight through so many different angles.
Oh, Buzz immediately takes Saya out.
Yeah, now Buzz was left alone with the Bulldog, so he's going to start to exit here. He's even going to pick up the share, just get a little extra advantage.
Little bonus there.
Yeah, and T1 looks like they just want to die to the spike.
And that's exactly what's going to happen. DRX is going to go up 2-0. Could T1 create the kind of normal ebb and flow of a Valorant match, or is DX going to start stacking these wins?
DRX, let's find three. And T1, they try to push out aggressively to make sure that DRX cannot think about coming to B site, but DRX answers right back.
Yeah, I mean, a great shot to start things off already. T1 destabilized. And they're going to keep staying out here in long. They're not getting any extra picks here, but there's so much time on the clock right now for DRX. They're going to move the wave forward here.
Yeah, they already have mid control as well. They're even checking Art and B link. I mean, the map coverage is immaculate from DRX. Should they need, they could always try to rotate back. RB is just on a lone mission to get as much space as possible to prep for a potential rotate.
And they also pushed fairly far into A with all this. xeta does get the drop on a MaKo. Not the kind of player you want to lose here in a moment like this.
Uh-oh, yeah, this rotate not going to work out for DRX. They just have to leave RB to his own devices. He gets the kill, but that's still going to draw attention to A site, so the rotate back to B is a good call here from DRX.
Carpe going to hear those shots down there and just try to lurk back in the hall.
30 seconds
just
left.
Trying to weave that guiding light in between, make sure it's not predictable where it's going to pop from. And the plant should happen safely.
Yeah, pop flash on the outside. The spike goes down, but Carpe gets another. This is actually somewhat doable here for T1.
Yeah, absolutely. Sure, there are nanoswarms ready from RB, but he's very far. See if he's got those lineups. Yep, but the first one gets broken. Second one's coming in. They're ready for it. It gets broken as well. You can't buy time with that. The snake bite gets to decay onto stax as well.
They're going to just keep biding their time here. Ban gets one. RB has to peek. They've got to hold it.
Yeah, and Ban's just covering as a shield as well, and he picks up the last kill.
Beautifully done there by T1, and I'll tell you what, it was a scary moment. It looked like it could have been pulled off there for DRX. Very good recovery.
Well, T1, I mean, they get the round they're supposed to, however, at a pretty heavy cost, right? They dropped 3 rifles. Meanwhile, DRX, they've been really liking this half-armor meta, so, I mean, they'll just come right back after that bonus round. Continue to buy up.
Yeah, you can see the confidence there. Ban, by the way, we were talking earlier, is this guy ready to play on a stage this big? Will the pressure get to him? He could not look more relaxed. He could not look more natural.
Yeah, and I just want to point out at the end of the comms right there, T1 just calling out, make sure we watch out for MaKo's lurks, right? So they're very well aware that DRX will always plant one of their members here for that lurk. Oftentimes it's been MaKo, but of course, with RB returning to that killjoy, could be either of them.
Okay, so they dip into A and dip right back out. A triple stack over in mid here for T1. But is DRX going to avoid mid entirely? Trailblazer comes out to do a little bit of scouting.
Oh, it should spot them, yeah. So they know that they're just kind of funneled in here in attacker spawn. However, because of the side that the Trailblazer spots them in, T1 has a decent idea that the focus should be going to be. We already see that with the rotate. We don't hear any audio from Sayaplayer, so he's going to continue inching forward.
All right, so Saya's going to have a very good lurk here. This could absolutely interfere with the B-side plant if they can even get that off. It's going to be a quad stack over here at B as well.
Reckoning being used just to try to break up the site. Carpe is in trouble. He's stunned up. He cannot escape.
And it's still just 3 over here. xeta gets another. MaKo gets xeta.
Spike down.
It's another 2 versus 2, just like before. But now Munchkin's the only one left.
RB, he made sure he was aware that his alarm bot and turret were taken out. He's waiting for that flank. Wins that duel. Munchkin, will he go for the last second peek? He wants to, but he doesn't want to give away his position. Just trying to get him on the exit, and he does!
Oh, he saw RB. RB's going to have to try to run back. Munchkin looking to swing. And he gets him as well. That's huge. Munchkin here with a defuse. A clutch moment. The second round win in a row.
Munchkin used to be a hero in Challengers Japan, you know, the last couple years, and decision making. Oh,
okay, everybody's blind.
Well, everybody's blind and smoked off, but everyone's just sticking to the fight. Do they know that Saya's here? They do, but he's still good for 2.
All right, a 2v3 now as Stax gets the jump onto Saya. Looks like the spike is going right up into A as we see T1 scramble to try to get into position. Ban going to be the first to come in here, try to hiccup that defuse.
Well, Ban is going to be able to just get the Cove out of the way, but here's the thing is that RB is ready in mid to potentially go into R, and he's not going to get there early, right? They still have members in main. He's going to hide himself for as long as possible. Now, Munchkin. Oh no! Munchkin puts a great alarm bot. They will be aware when RB comes for the flank. Absolutely doable from T1.
Stax still swinging here.
Enemy remaining.
Gets one.
Oh, now left to the 1v1s, though. Munchkin, he's got to make his choices. He's got to draw them out one by one.
He gets the first. I don't think there's enough time.
The turret, he's just going to eat it.
Yeah. RB and the turret both taking their shots over there.
Past 9 p.m. 5 hours of matches so far.
Yeah. No, it's been an incredible marathon of games, and the play is still at tip-top level. A push down through B long. Let's see if Ban can get these initial picks. They're going to flash and come in. Opportunities for shots to be sprayed in.
Yeah, DRX carefully checking every corner, even the pockets left open from the smokes. Ooh. Nice spray against xeta.
Yeah, xeta eating a lot of shots back there. RB pushes through. Saya already gone.
Does he expect a second? Well, he kind of did, but Munchkin will get that kill.
Yep. Well, I don't know if DRX is going to be able to control this that well. They're pushing forward. xeta's very, very low. And that's going to be it.
Curious to see what their confidence levels might be going into the grand finals, no matter which team comes up. Now DRX, just early orb control, you love to see it. However, B main's already been pushed out by T1. T1 has all the information. They just need to hold on to Secret in the back of the site here.
Yeah, they bought some time. The Viper's Pit's going to come down. Are they going to come in regardless?
Yeah,
but Buzz here with a lurk.
He's already through. They have no idea. Oh, they have no idea. Oh,
what? Hold on, the lockdown's still there.
He tried to break the lockdown first and he gets caught.
Oh, this is going to be a weird round.
Now the pit was denied from the defenders, but the attacker's pit comes out as well. Saya just trying to draw out members. He's just trying to keep them busy. Cannot get
the shots.
He only has a classic. He's just trying to keep one busy. The rest is up to the main force of T1.
Stax still trying to swing. Gets one.
Oh, but they're so low. They have to sit in the pit for so long on the side of T1. They have to save. There's no way to recover this round.
Yeah, they're going to bail. They're going to bail. This is going to be a DRX spike going off here. 5-2 here. But very importantly so, T1 does escape with 2 of their members there. Rifles in hand and opportunities in the following round.
Oh, and I mean, honestly, while Buzz wasn't
ready with the Blade Storm if necessary, Saya going to be peering down B long here. Marshall in hand.
Yeah, the Trailblazer gets broken early. He sees it. He's just waiting for the peek.
Oh, and it does get it. Does get it.
Yeah, he even gets the slight tag onto Buzz as well. Trying to get another. Oh my God, he gets him through right to the corner.
So good with the Marshall, it's wild.
He's just trying to keep them at bay. Just trying to tag him up. Checking all angles. They're buying so much time. Now backup has arrived. They even have the flank ready to go from Ban. T1, they are holding strong, and they have those 2 rifles they saved over. xeta is in back of sight with a Phantom.
All right, another wall comes up here. T1 has sandbagged this so effectively.
And I love that Ban just has not moved. He hasn't triggered that alarm bot. DRX, I mean, they have to assume that some movement has happened on the other side of the map, but they're just not sure how much. So DRX, they kind of feel pressure that they need to go into B site.
Yeah, they might have to just try to make something happen here.
And the Seekers, it's buying time. Oh, Saya not able to close out that last kill.
Yeah, Buzz gets the kill over there. xeta, Carpe get 2. MaKo returns the favor. Suddenly it's just MaKo and xeta and Ban left.
Now a 1v1, Viper v Viper.
But does he know where Ban is coming from?
I mean, he doesn't have any clear idea. The alarm bot not able to be activated.
10 seconds left.
Okay, he shoots the wrong side.
Oh, and now MaKo's able to exit. And MaKo purposely plants so that he has that exit where he can get safe.
But I think Ban might realize this.
Well, he's got to take the guess, right? Now, does he put up the snake bite? He's just holding to half.
He's going to hold the full.
Oh, he's going to hold the full!
Oh my God, and MaKo uses that
That
opportunity.
one he just wouldn't have had time, so MaKo just takes the correct guess. Jumps down, and now it's a 6-2 lead. But now an op. It's not a Marshall. Oh, and he's going to have so many targets to choose from.
Oh! Stax gets the jump on him, and a double. Ban's already gone too. This round already out of the control here of T1.
And stax is coming alive. He's had some rough maps so far here in the lower bracket finals, but if he's opening up the site for DRX, they may just be able to continue this streak.
So T1's going to go for a save. And, you know, it makes me think that previous round that we saw, it was MaKo that called the bluff on a defuse earlier. I think it was on Ascent.
Yeah.
And so maybe that was part of the idea there, is that, oh, you're going to call the bluff this time around, and instead, you know, he calls it and says, okay, no, you're actually holding it. Comes in there and gets the kill.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you have the poison cloud, you're going to have the health advantage anyway, so might as well try to get the jump down. I mean, at that point, you'll have the angle advantage. And DRX is on the hunt. They have so many creds, they just want to starve T1 of their weapons. But they're not going to find any extra targets just yet.
Yeah. And so it's going to be another round win. Now, with the exception of the last game,
I mean, a lot of people are starting to recognize, we talked about it on the cast as well, DRX, the wins they were getting were because of their set plays, their execution, which was always what they were good at. But T1 was winning a lot of these rounds on pure mechanics. And now DRX is firing back. Perhaps the endurance starting to catch up to T1 as we're halfway through map 5.
Here.
All right, Buzz peering down B. Is Ban going to try to swing? All right, the Viper Wall comes back up. Oh, already Carpe getting the drop on a Buzz.
Oh, and MaKo will be able to clear out one side, but there's so many targets on the other. Carpe stays alive.
Zess does confirm the plant. And this means it's just going to be Munchkin and Saya left over. Saya comes out, but he can't find the target. Zess escapes.
Yeah, you can tell Saya, he knows that he's running out of time. I mean, the post-plant setups here from DRX is going to be so much that T1 has to battle through. Oh, he gets headshot through the wall. He knows they're weak. He's going to try to climb forward.
Oh, but Zess is there.
That's one down, though.
Yeah, but they've got not much time left, and RP's shot is good. Saya tries to advance. I don't think anybody's going to call his bluff.
No.
He runs back to the spike.
He's just going to try
He's
to
going to hold it.
He is holding right on the edge of the wall. DRX recognizes that as well, and they chase him off, bring him back in.
DRX
So far,
is been backfiring, unfortunately so.
And a lot of that is, I mean, Saya was good for so many kills so far, and this map, he just cannot find his groove. He cannot make it click. So they just back off. He gets flashed initially, and T1 says, okay, well, you know what? We weren't able to get the cheeky early kill. Just back off and hold.
DRX gonna peruse down B long.
Oh, the crossfire was so good from T1, but they can't stay because of the reckoning.
Ban takes MaKo out.
They're trying to make sure just at least one person's still not stunned. Just trying to keep that alive. Actually, Saya gets the pick onto Buzz as well.
Stax fights back. Zeta's gone. But it looks like they're going to abandon this position. Munchkin winning that fight over there from RB. DRX maybe a little bit too confident. A lot of that just, you know, falling to shots where nobody saw anybody on either side. Just good instinct on where to fire into through the Viper wall.
Yeah, just trying to check all corners and follow each other's tracers. Now, T1, they've never been in a more comfortable situation. They're just watching for a potential deep lurk in a flank. But with the timer there, Munchkin's just going to wait. He's going to pop his nano swarms just to waste time.
The DRX, they can't relax here. They know that, you know, right now, if anything backfires, it's only going to get worse here in this set.
The flashes have been spotted, and he cannot get the spike plant. stax, he needs to win this duel. Oh my God, he does!
Not enough, though. And there it is, the third win on the board here for T1. Can they get
contact on B? Surely they will continue to push, gain some ground.
Oh!
Okay, I mean, Munchkin just trades health for health. Both of them at about half HP.
Bit of a fumble there from the Blade Storm. seemed like an opportune moment to maybe get some kills.
But Buzz is already in, and Munchkin is stuck. Oh, the Nano Swarms along with the Snakebite and the early spray brings down Buzz. They're trying to chase out Munchkin, but he's still holding strong in back sight.
If they can keep this up, Munchkin continuing to get these kills. We have a big push in here from behind. Saya with the blades out. Viper's Pit comes up. Can they lurk well enough?
Oh, and he gets the spray right away. And now Saya can potentially updraft and dash forward, and they can just go for an instant pinch onto this Viper. Oh, they spot him as well. He's stunned up. He cannot defend himself, and it's going to be a 4-8 half for T1.
You know, it was an incredible first half for DRX, but the crowd over here for T1 is going wild. It's undeniable, but they've been fighting back very well. And I mean, as we've already seen,
to focus here on this A side initially, at least get that ult orb, that A main ult orb. Whoever gets it first, he can continue to kind of hold control on that side. Now, will they commit to this entry? I mean, you're hearing this turret as well.
All right, some shots fired in there. RB does get hit a little bit, get beaten up a little bit. T1 now going to seesaw back over to the other side of the map, maybe to get that other orb, and then possibly spring an attack onto the site.
But this is very good, right? Because first of all, you take out the turret, but you notice that the Killjoy setup is there. So no need to fight against that in the pistol round. However, by taking out the turret, you make sure that DRX cannot just ditch the site. They can't just leave the Killjoy there. The threat is always there. We already see that Stax has shifted his weight towards mid. And now they can have an easier time trying to break into B site.
Okay, they are going to be able to ice out this part of the site. Shots fired in there, not quite fully connecting.
Oh, but the guiding light slows them just enough. They haven't entered the site just yet, but look at the map. Munchkin is at the entrance of A site, and he calls for his teammates. In lieu of time, Ping's coming out to potentially go through Art, but Munchkin has cleared the entire site. If he can stay alive, this is a free site here for T1.
And let's not forget how Munchkin has fared before in these moments. He's been super clutch, so to get an interception this early on would be huge. A wide wrap around here, but RB going to come through and peek. He senses he's there.
Oh, but Munchkin gets the kill, and he gets out alive. They know one's in secret as well. The turret just to buy time, but MaKo takes that out right away.
Yeah, MaKo now, vision obfuscated.
And Saya already on the flank, on the lurk, through mid as well.
MaKo having a hard time getting things done. Buzz is picked off here by Ban.
Oh, Saya's a little too far out. Is this gonna bite him back? But they don't stick the defuse just yet. They have no idea where Saya is.
Zess is so low.
Oh, Saya with his flicks. Oh no, MaKo's just gonna hold it. Oh man, and MaKo. One of the other reasons that Saya couldn't make as easy of a decision to just walk in to check is that wasn't his own poison cloud, right? That last time it happened when MaKo was the one defending the spike defuse, it was his own poison cloud. He knew that the decay would put him in an advantage. But this time, I mean, Saya was a risk one way or the other.
It starts the way the last round ended. Beautifully done here. DRX getting that first kill. Munchkin already out of the picture.
Well, it is just that eco. Of course, Marshall on Saya, always good for one, but we'll see if he can make miracles happen once again. They've already taken over arc control, and just within these 2 rounds, T1's starting to put a lot of pressure on different parts of the map. So that should work in their favor at a macro level, but if DRX starts to really run away with the round scores, it's not going to matter. It's not going to be much time.
Oh!
Almost tries to get the tag there.
Yeah, Saya going to try to back up over here. They've tucked Buzz right up into the corner here. This could end up completely throwing Saya off.
Oh, but Carpe actually gets the lurk kill in mid.
Yeah, you can see Buzz close it on Saya. Clean that out.
30 seconds left.
And the spike has gone all the way up right through the center. Are they going to try to come around to the back of A? It looks like it.
Yeah, they knew that MaKo got the kill early on in A main. Now the question is, does MaKo peek out? If he throws a snake bite, he will get spotted. All right, it's not going to tag Ban or Xeta, so they're going to be able to just stick the plant. Ban was given that bulldog. Oh, he tries to peek out on the timing.
Cool tactic, but it didn't pay off.
But Xeta's stuck. They know he's here somewhere in bunker. He's good for one, but he cannot get the third.
This spike's getting defused, and the 10th win is going to go on the board here. Again, we've seen T1 recover today in rough situations like this, but can they do it? It does seem like DRX. Oh, Carpe starting to do Carpe things. Gets a triple. Momentum now angled towards B, as we have MaKo and RB scrambling to get back onto the site. If T1 can start to recover, it happens with this round.
Absolutely. Now Sheriff and Stinger only. I mean, that Viper's Pit, I can't imagine that MaKo uses it. It's not going to stop bullets coming through on this long sight line. Those plant lineups already prepared and ready to go. Oh, I love the trailer. It's just waiting until you hear the defuse. Just making sure they can't stick it. Okay, hiding on the far side, but of course, snake bites, they are AoE.
All right, I don't know if this is going to work out. Trying to see what they can do here.
I mean, DRX are just going to have to run in and stick it right afterwards, and he is right at the very edge.
Hold on,
oh,
hold on.
T1, do they not realize? Okay.
Okay. For a second. That looked pretty bad. All right, the T1 side of
MaKo, but he is sitting in B link, so no real thought on using it in an early part of the round here.
All right, they don't get a lot of intel. Well, you're going to see that now the Viper's Pit set up over here.
Oh, but the early reckoning and RB's gone, so now they can just try to get in. Now MaKo's doing MaKo things. He puts up the pit, gets out as the reckoning goes through, just like the lockdown, and then he enters right back in before the toxin ends. The pit will stay up.
Yeah, smart move. Big wraparound here. T1 going to try to come over to the edge here. Stax sees him.
And they know that the only way that T1 can really do this is try to get us around on the pit. Stash is trying to go for these pop flashes. He's just trying to keep them at bay, but Munchkin gets the surround crossfire.
DRX still has a fight in him. Munchkin lurking through here. He finds MaKo. The pit falls.
Oh, and they find Zest in that last moment as well. Buzz left all alone. Gotta save that one rifle. And, oh man, MaKo, he's done this, I think that's like the third time he's done it in a clean way where he's able to put up the pit right as a lockdown or the reckoning happens. He exits to dodge the opponent's ultimate, and then he times it just right to get back in to retain it. That part was good.
Yeah.
But however, I mean, DRX was also not in a position to be able to like push back out of the site, and T1 will be able to eventually get that surround.
Well, William, the comeback is happening. We're starting to see T1 chain together these victories. We know we've seen them do it before. Could very well happen here now. And you made a good point. I mean, DRX has already sat with 10, 11 wins, and that's not an obvious victory. They do seem to struggle to kind of figure out the final pieces of the puzzle.
Just not going to meet them over on the B side. Now, T1, they've ditched B entirely. Like, not even Killjoy setups on that side. Curious to see what their ideas are here.
We do have some peering up into mid here.
You should run.
We got to really see how RB handles this.
Okay, just the lockdown being used right away. I mean, this is something that T1 does, right? Is that, you know, don't save it. Use it when we can get the advantage. And they're just going to try to clear it out. They've already cleared, thanks to the lockdown, they've cleared Art. Now they have a two-pronged attack, but everyone from DRX is here.
Yeah, it is a 5-stack ready to try to defend this.
That cove's not being broken anytime soon, as the opponents are on an eco, but... All right, Reckoning coming in from DRX. They want to go for this retake. They think they have a chance here.
Yeah.
All right, the utility's all gone, right? Post-plant, only one snakebite remains here. In fact, no snakebites remain on the side of T1. They just have to spray for the defuse.
They started. Oh, RB with a double.
Oh, RB's defending so well. Zest is still sticking it.
He's going to hold it, and they get it.
Oh my gosh. And
nobody did anything foolish. And here we are, DRX, 2 wins away from closing this out. T1 fighting for their tournament lives.
All right, that Trailblazer gonna have to be shot down. DRX knows that B-Link is entirely given up to T1. So that means mid control pretty much given up, right? I mean, we see on the map, Zest backs all the way. But Seekers, oh, I love the Seekers timing. This is gonna let them know that they could potentially push out a B main if they so choose. Wait until that last Seeker turns the corner. So now they're starting to surround T1. It's like, okay, you took mid, but what are you gonna do after that?
All right, they're coming in. RB ready. Can he get any picks?
Oh, and the high tide slows him down as well. The Nano Swarms pops to buy time. Saya trying to get the pick.
MaKo just here in bunker.
Oh, but yeah, but this has allowed the rest of the forces to enter the site. MaKo's not going to be quite ready for this.
Spike down.
Oh, but his teammates were here to help. Carpe recovers it for T1.
Carpe keeps delivering here.
Whoa!
Oh, it's stax. What? Gets that. Flick.
Last
Ban
player
answers back,
standing.
and now Buzz once again with the operator this
Yep.
time. Just has to save it.
Yeah, I mean, you can't blame Buzz for running right now. DRX knows it's very likely T1's going to catch a couple more wins here before DRX can cross that finish line, if they do actually manage to pull that off. T1's been so clutch.
Man,
What was with that turn from stax?
I
was
have no
weird.
idea. I thought it wasn't even going to be envisioned. I think in some weird twist of events, Saya maybe missed the first shot and Stax heard him? Because I think he was pretty much turned 180 from him. Maybe, we gotta look at the replay. I don't know if there was a teammate who maybe caught sight of him on the minimap. Whatever happens, Stax just with an incredible flick. I don't think there was anyone on the other side there, and it looks like it's just gonna be a fast A hit.
All right, Buzz backs up. Blades are drawn.
Yeah, but they hear the Blade Storm, so that should give them an idea that that's a reaction off of the push on A. Oh! The sneak right through the cascade, and
Zest
Zest
finds
holds.
two.
Buzz gets another as well. This advance has been shut down, but Sayaplayer trying to keep T1 in the game. The Blade Storm comes out!
He gets two. Just one left. RB here. He doesn't know where RB is. He's going to grab the spike. Does he plant it? He's going to go for it. There's enough time, but RB is scrambling to get in here. Remember, Saya can create so many more opportunities here with this Blade Storm.
Yeah, 1v1. Saya on track for the ace. And he doesn't know, so he's trying to watch behind him. He has so many angles to cover. He goes for the peek, and he gets the ace! Sayaplayer puts T1 with an eighth.
We might have a lot more shots down here in the middle.
All right, and DRX are just going to back off. They realize no extra utility being used, but T1 uses this against them, right? They purposely back off, cut noise. T1 doing T1 things. They love to cut noise and creep forward. Now, the one curveball is that Buzz is holding a nice angle where he'll be able to jiggle peek and get that info early on enough.
But Zeta is going to be the first one to come around the corner.
But DRX suspects this. They suspect that the noise has been cut, but because look at Zest. They have backup ready to go.
All right, he sees him. Do they commit? Buzz goes to the next line of defense.
The high tide comes out immediately, but Saya just pushes through, but he has no idea that Stax is close by, and Buzz takes out Saya as well.
Ban fights back, though. It's a 2v2 already. Carpe low on HP.
All right, they're just trying to make sure they clear the site before they try to recover the spike. Spike is down. Oh, nobody tied by the guiding light.
All right, RB is going to go under and wrap around from
30
the bottom.
seconds left.
I think he's gonna be a little surprised to find Munchkin here.
Yeah, Munchkin is completely prepared for this.
Yeah, but is RB? Oh, he does suspect it, but Munchkin is lined up for the headshot.
Now they're both very low. MaKo at full HP. A good spray from MaKo could kill one or two easily.
Yeah, but because of that, Munchkin, he puts the nanoswarms down, and he's rotating all the way around just to force MaKo to have to check so many more corners. The first nanoswarm goes out. I think he activated maybe both just to buy time. No, he activates the second one now. And MaKo's like, where are you coming from? Trying to stick it.
He starts it. He can get it to half at least.
Oh, no. Munchkin. It's now just mind games. Munchkin just calls the bluff. Munchkin is calling the bluff, and MaKo does not have time for the defuse. And we're seeing the same things for T1. We really are seeing a potential change of guards within Korean Valorant and already within Pacific with Paper Rex finally taking down their arch nemesis DRX in the upper bracket finals.
Creeping up into A. We have a triple stack here for DRX. And Buzz already gets a drop on one.
Okay, Saya is a little stuck. Oh, he can't find the exit.
What? Suddenly, T1 in shambles.
I mean, this is not a full buy round from DRX. They just have the one rifle on Zest.
We barely got started in this round before DRX just took so much away from T1. It's not impossible, but how is T1 going to handle this? They're going to continue to try to creep in on the site. Buzz is still ready.
Oh, I mean, and RB is just trying to buy time by spamming through the wall. Meanwhile, Buzz is set up here in secret with the Marshall. The coping uses smoke, but it's not going to be good enough. And DRX with a flawless. And even on A, they're just trying to just buy time.
Oh, Buzz here.
They've already got the crossfire. He's ready for it. He jumps in with the shorty. He opens up the first kill.
He gets another.
Oh, the flash is good.
Buzz keeps getting these kills. It's just Munchkin with a decent amount of health. Ban recovers a little bit. Carpe down as well. A very healthy DRX and very good control of this match. The spike is stuck over here at B long. T1 has to fight back to try to recover it.
The only way they can recover this round and potentially this map is to win their duels, and they will not be able to get the first one. And Buzz will be able to close things out.
That is it. GG.